Going on, everybody? Cali Death Podcast back
What's
once
happening?
again. Episode 100, guys. We fucking made it. 100 episodes, dude.
Yep,
Yes.
Fucking
salute.
First
right,
round of
guys.
yes,
Thank you,
dude.
thank you.
And tonight is going to be a very special night. We actually have a ton of people that are going to be coming on to hang out with us tonight. It's going to be like a just a pod party, and we were already graced with the presence of two great men. Right in the beginning, we got Mike
Absolutely.
Hamilton from Deeds and Battleforge Coffee, and we got Mike
Yeah.
Magaki from fucking Vox and Hops and Cryptopsy fame, dude. Battleforge Coffee, dude. We do it every time.
Yeah. Well,
beginning
thank you
of the
so
pod,
much for
dude.
that. That
Yeah,
shit'll get
dude.
you jacked, son. Drink it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. And Matt, you've been working with breweries and stuff. Do you guys have any new beers that you've been
I
doing
have
lately?
so many new beers all the time, but I just dropped one for Brutal Montreal, which was Heavy Montreal presents Vox and Hops Brutal Montreal early September when Deicide's tour came through Montreal. We rebranded that tour to Brutal Montreal. I dropped 4 collabs that day. One of them went into distribution with La Botica. I wish I had some left, but I drank them all as I do. I do have 4 more new collabs coming out to celebrate the 4-year anniversary of the podcast. At the end of the month, one in Quebec with Psychedelics, one in Toronto with Folly Brewing, one in Chicago with Miskatonic, one in Chicago with Miskatonic, and one in Atlanta with Little Cottage Brewing. So,
Oh yeah, congratulations, man.
thank you so much. How are you?
Yeah.
Super sick, dude. Well, dude, this is kind of like how I thought this night was gonna be. We're gonna have just a bunch of guys that from different bands, same bands. We actually really don't know how this is all gonna pan out, guys, because
It's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah.
really good idea. I don't know why I didn't think about this.
right.
Very
It's
good
just-
idea.
Just roll with
let's
the
get-
punches, man. Whoever comes in to visit, right?
Exactly, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And we got
Oh,
a
yes.
lot of responses.
What up,
Yes,
Elias?
fuck yeah, dude. So
100 episodes. A lot of work goes into 100 episodes, boy.
Yeah,
I know how
congratulations,
that
man.
feels.
That's a huge accomplishment, man. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Yeah, you guys are keeping it going, and I much respect. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication, and pushing the metal scene and a whole nother aspect of getting people to interview and get their side of things and the behind the scenes
Matt knows,
aspects. And,
Matt knows how hard it is to line up guests and scheduling and all that
I'm
kind of
sure.
shit. So
Yeah.
when it works, it makes you really feel good about what you're doing. And it is a project. It was an experiment in the beginning. We didn't know how long we were gonna do it, what we were gonna do with it. It kind of unfolded along the way. And hats off to Mike and Jacoby for being the first episode. I was recently in touch with you guys because we had the new Deeds album was just about to come out and all that
Right,
stuff. So
yeah.
we were freshly in touch, and for you guys to agree to come on and be the first episode, it's the perfect episode to start this podcast with. If it's called Cali Death Podcast,
Yeah, man. Well, it's an honor, and the truth of the matter is, it's all about the stories that create the albums, right? So people want to know about the whole process and what happened because it's just the human, part of things that are taken like not really opened up about when you're as a musician writing music. You have your vision and all, but there's that backstory that people want to hear about, like all the struggles and the everything that came up to make that to be what it is. Like that's the story, and that's
Right.
what
and
that's
and
what it's fun to talk about. So
and being in this scene for as long as we have, you guys have also got decades in it too. You come across all these people throughout the journey, and you get to know them as people, and it's just an
Yeah.
extra layer of something that we felt people did need to be exposed to, because there's the Deeds of Flesh fan that doesn't know anything about Deeds of Flesh, and we were lucky to spend a bunch of time with you guys and really get to know you as people, and we felt that all the guests that we've had, we felt that their story needed to be heard, and it adds an extra layer, like I said, to the artists or the artists themselves, you know.
Yeah, because like in the end, the work is the work, you know. The passion is what you put into it, and the overall like everybody works their ass off to be a death metal musician. There's a lot more pressure on us, I feel, because everybody wants to, you know, propel their band and be the next extreme band and just also evolve as a musician. And so there's all those elements. There's pressure, but there's also the love for the art, and that's what we're here for, because we love what we do. We're fortunate to be at a level where we can have a career doing it and, you know, be able to travel and play it live. And that's ultimately that's the goal, right? It's like go from the garage to the stage.
Well, I'd like to say also, like, it's kind of cool that, like, it's a coincidence that you guys are like our first guys that we've brought on this episode tonight. And like also like with the first episode we did with you, Mike, and Jacoby and stuff about deeds and stuff, like we really looked up to like actually the Vox and Hops podcast with Matt here and Copper Crab with Naveen and Cheney. Those were like the two podcasts that we were like, dude, those guys are killing it. We want to do something like that in our own way and stuff like that. So Matt, dude, like, I mean, I was together too, but like, man, you're such a cool dude. And like,
I was going to say that
Vox and Hops, like you get guests all the time. I'm just like, oh man, so cool.
Vox and Hops truly was an influence. And I was a fan of that podcast for a long time before, like, hearing that the vocalist of Cryptopsy had a podcast about beer. I'm like, fuck yes, dude. And I you know, I still listen to it all the time. And so yeah, what Casey just said, you guys were already off and running. We decided to do this thing, and Vox and Hops was one of the main reasons why I was like, metal can have a voice in the podcast world.
Absolutely. And a multi-platform, you know, we're all doing music and also trying to promote side hustles. You know, you got beer, we got coffee. Like, you know, as a metal musician, you gotta, you know, make money, and you know, you're not always on the road, so you got to figure out when you're at home, what can I do that, you know, can also promote my brand and also metal. So there you go.
You gotta love it. It's got to be a part of your identity.
And congratulations, Matt. Hell yeah, brother.
Thank you so much.
Fan. Hell yeah.
I appreciate that very much. Bouncing off what you were saying before, Mike, I think it's so interesting that early in the 90s and stuff, it was such a mystique with death metal, and there was no marketing into who was actually doing the music. It was just the image that you got, whatever was put on the booklet, basically. So that was your experience with the band until you saw them live. So then you would interact with the band on tour if they were lucky enough to go on tour. Being from Montreal the same way that you guys were from California, connecting and like getting mentoring from all these older bands. I really had that here in Montreal as well. Before I was in Cryptopsy, I remember bumping into Flow and bumping into people at Cité de Mille, which was like the iconic jam room here. So I think it's so important with this new day and age. Artists are so much more transparent with who they are as artists, as individuals. So a podcast medium is an excellent way just to dig deeper and to scratch that surface of the person that's making this music. And it's such an important, vital part of what our scene is as individuals.
It's multifaceted, you know. Everybody has, you know, outside of metal, they have other interests and other passions, and so it's all connected.
Right. Real quick side note here, we didn't mention in the beginning, unfortunately, we're going to be missing the gorilla tonight, aka Joel Horner. He had tickets for a show that he's had for months, and so he's not going to be here, but he'll be here in spirit. We love him to death. He's been through the full grind with us, dude, since episode 2, and we're going to miss him. As far as Joseph, the professor, I think we're going to see him around 8:00, but forgot to mention that in the beginning. Somebody was asking about Joel in the chat, so yeah, dude.
What up, Murdog? Murdog just checked in.
Yep, Murdog's in the house.
Love that dude, man. Yeah, he's a trooper. He's been outfitting death metal with fucking jerseys.
He has.
I don't know. I mean, this guy, I didn't know he he had that much money to buy jerseys. It's
Right,
fucking
dude.
amazing.
That was my
But
question too.
everybody I know has a fucking Murdoch jersey,
I got
and
3
it's
of them.
amazing.
I
That
got 3
fool
of them.
bought me 5.
Bro, I got
So
like,
I know he's got love for Hamilton, dude. He bought me 5.
dude, I think I
Like,
have 8 or
I love
9
you,
or
brother.
something
I
like
love
that,
you.
dude.
I love you, Murdoch.
It's
And
funny. Yeah, I love Murdoch too. And it's funny because he hit me up. He was like, "You're the first person I've had to make 2 Instagram posts about your jerseys because you have so many. You can't even put that as many pictures on one post
Right.
because there's too many."
yeah, I would just get like a random text. Hey, what size are you? What colors do you like? And then a fucking jersey shows up. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right,
dude.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So I
It's
love that
awesome.
guy.
Shout out.
Hell yeah, man.
So let me do my Vox and Hops on you guys here. 100
Gotcha.
episodes. Did you guys ever think that you would get here? Was it an obstacle at the beginning? Was it something like we're going to start this, and then as the progression was going, did you ever expect to hit 100 episodes?
I'll take it, Casey, real quick. I never thought we'd make it this far for sure. Especially, everybody gets an episode every week from us, but there has been times where not so much at the end. Now it's actually much easier for us to book people and get guests in advance and all that stuff. But back in the day, in the first year or so, there was times where we'd be a couple days away from a show and not know if we were going to have somebody, and it always ended up working out though. And but yeah, those are the struggles of doing it in the beginning. We still, I mean, it's always, you always want to keep it interesting too. So it's like constantly trying to get new guests and but yeah, I never really looked this far into the future with it ever, really. We just it started rolling, and then it became this well-oiled machine that kind of ran with it on its own, and we're now kind of passengers on the Cali death train as well,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Well, from me personally to you gentlemen, and from Exhumed and from Deeds, congratulations, and
Oh, thanks, dude.
keep it going, man. You guys
Yeah,
are
dude.
fucking killing it, and
We're not
recognizing
slowing down.
bands that need to be recognized, and having awesome conversations, and just putting it out there and connecting fans with, the underground death metal, which
Right,
is
dude. And that's kind of like one of the things we like about the show too. Yes, we can talk to legends, we can talk to the homies, but still finding these groups that we've had episodes where they didn't really have a big following, but propping them up to show that, hey, there's still a thriving underground, guys. You got to just dig a little bit deeper, get your hands a little bit dirtier and dig, because you'll find some gems,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
I'm rocking one right now, dude.
Yeah.
Ontogeny, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Always at bat for this band. This band should be recognized so much more throughout the world, dude. And we may be talking to one or two members of it tonight.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Cool. How about you, Casey? Did you ever think you'd get this far?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, like, I think the most important thing to me, it's cool. It's like, okay, like when you play in a band and you play with other bands and you end up, you kind of want to run with the other bands. Like you want to be able to, like, you want to match up to the level of these other bands. You want to be able to play shows with them and stuff. And I remember like us practice, like when we found out, like Odious, just our band Odious Mortem way back, like we were gonna play these shows with Deeds, and like Decrepit couldn't do it. But it just like they just, okay, well, it's just gonna be Deeds of Flesh and Odious Mortem, and that's it. Like we're gonna do these shows. And we were just like super honored. We're like, fuck yeah, we'll do this. And we were like super fucking serious about practice for that shit, dude. We were like, okay, this is like our moment. Like we were like super like nervous in a good way, and we worked our asses.
M songs playing there all the time. There.
Yeah, dude. It was like just dude. We're just climbing up mountains. But anyways, but like it's, I don't know, like whatever. The point is with that like, I don't know, even still, like I look back and I'm like, oh, that was sloppy, this and that, doesn't matter. But like we tried like our best to like to play, as best we could. But it like meant a lot to us to be able to play like even shows with like bigger bands. And so anyways, like with me, like with the podcast, like there's so many cool podcasts out there, like with Vox and Hops, and and you guys talking about, and even like Garza's podcast and all these different sick podcasts out there. I think it's just like bands and shows, like there's so many cool bands that all offer different things, different guests constantly, and like it's like there's all these shows going on at the same time, you know. It's like there's this tour, and like so like I love being part of that. Like it's like I'm honored to be part of it, you know. It's like I'm like, oh, we're good enough to be like one of the, I guess, kind of one of the podcasts.
Yeah,
like,
but it's also a testament to the work that you put into your honing your craft and, you know, getting at the level. We all have our mentors, people that we look up to, and be like, for me, like, yeah, I want to be like that guy from Malevolent Creation, or that guy from Morbid Angel, or that guy. We all have our, you know, this is our go-to guy. But in the end, you're putting in the work. You're a voice in the greater community of death metal, and you just have your band is a representation of your voice in this genre. And that's all we're here to do, is just build it. You know what I mean? And so by your contribution, everybody's contribution to it, it just
totally,
it's
yeah.
it's a smaller voice in the greater good. We're all here to push this genre because it's an underground genre, and like, you know, there's a lot of bands that are really popular and like doing really well, but I mean, in the end, we're all still in an underground scene, right? We're still trying to, you know, push it forward and trying to be as extreme as we can in our band and our element, and pushing ourselves first as musicians, second as band, and then third as the genre. So all we're trying to do is just build it, you know? So we're all part of this. There's no egos. There's no, I should be here, you should be there. It's like we're all part of this great fucking awesome thing that we're doing. And we're, you know, our own worst critic on any given day. So, but to share the stage with our heroes, like we've played shows with Cryptopsy and Odious and, you know, all these great bands that we can say we shared the stage with them. But in the end, we're all pushing ourselves and also bringing our brothers and pushing them as well. So pushing the scene as a whole and a greater good, which is what you guys are doing with your podcast. You're exposing that, and you're bringing everybody together as a family and saying, this is who we are. This is our genre. Love it or not. This is who we are, and we're staying true to ourselves. So that's why we're here, and that's why you have 100 episodes, and that's why you have
to that, dude.
200 in a day from here. You know. So
Cheers.
yeah, that's what we're here to do.
A podcast is like having a family dinner and like inviting people over, and then like inviting people to listen and be a part of the discussion. You guys have created this community, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
So many podcasts started during the pandemic, but you guys are still here after 100 episodes. So that proves a lot.
Hell yeah.
The stick-to-itism. And, you know, there's just about as much money in podcasting as there is in death metal. So we're used to that.
We're making tens of dollars.
2 years in, we're definitely used to that, dude.
We're literally making tens of dollars, dude. Yeah.
We made a little bit more, and it's also like certain things like getting merch constantly going. Dude. It's like with all the other shit that's going on with getting the podcast together and doing it and stuff, merch actually gets put on the back burner. We got a little cash. We got a little cash from the first run, and we can do some more, but we're going to be doing some more soon.
It's the grind, the daily grind. Like to get the podcast up and running, there's a lot of little meaningless tasks, like tedious tasks is the proper word. That takes a lot of mental space, and then you finish that and you're like, oh, I'm done. And then I'm like, oh, it's been 3 months I haven't done a merch design.
Exactly, dude. So what about you? What about you, Matt? Like, how did you feel in the beginning? Let's turn that question on you. Like,
I remember I hit 100, and Flo was my guest. I did 100 episodes before having Flo on the podcast. He was. I remember meeting him, and he was like, "Oh, you're doing this thing, and like, oh, you're taking it serious. Why haven't you invited me yet?" He was sort of like standoffish about the podcast at first, and then he sort of started taking it a little bit more serious and wanted to be on the podcast. So I had him on at number 100. At that point, I was full tilt. I was all into it.
Yeah.
I needed the podcast. For me, it was essential. Flo had joined Ultimass with David Vince, and he had told me David Vince is the singer of my new project. I was like, oh, fuck. And then like Ollie was like, Cattle asked me to join. I was like, oh, fuck. I needed something. Chris's studio has been running. I mean, I needed something for myself to keep myself busy. So I was all in. 100 episodes was never enough. It was like a struggle to get there. The first 100 always the worst. It's like with a wife or a girlfriend. The first 2 years are when you fight the most. You got to get through all the shit and realize how the hell you're going to do this day, week in and week out. And you discover a workflow. And I've discovered recently that I actually need time off for the podcast. So I'm going to be doing 3 months on, 1 month off, and I'm going to do that throughout the cycle, throughout the year. So
are you gonna bank episodes to where that month off is still
always banking, but there will be no content for 1 month 3 months a year. I need to take a break so that I can build the shows that I'm doing, because we're talking about expanding across North America, doing some brutal events across North America. I need time to let my brain rest and to appreciate conducting interviews, because I find that I get to this point, because I do a lot, that I don't think the way that I would normally think unless I'm rested. So I need time off is something that I've realized.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Got to reset. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, we've only taken 4 weeks off in the last 2 years, probably something like that.
I didn't take any rest at first too, so I was just all in, just pushing. It worked. It was great. But I have 360 episodes, moving towards 370.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
If you're hungry for an episode, you can go back and listen to an old
Do you feel like you've gone full circle? Like with
Oh no, it's never ending.
Oh,
there's always more people, and there's always like I'm booking January.
Damn.
Nice, dude.
Which is crazy, right? Like, what are you doing January 8th, let's say at 8 p.m.? Like, you don't know. And I remember I wrote Matt Harvey. I wrote him, and it was a ridiculous 3 months in advance. I'm like, "Are you available?" It was like May, so we never ended up doing the episode. And he was like, "I think I'm available, maybe." Yeah. It was 3 months. It's stupid the way I book. Anyways, another reason why I want to take time off to make my things be a little bit more cohesive timeline wise.
Right.
If that works out, it probably won't.
You got to reset, man. You got to reset your batteries. Yeah. Otherwise, you like anything, you'll get burned out. And if you get burned out, then you lose the passion for what you're doing.
Exactly.
And taking that time off, actually, kind of, after maybe 2 months, you'll be like, I need to get back into that. You'll the passion. Yeah.
So that's what I needed.
It worked during August. I took August off. I came back in September full tilt. I did I think I've done 12, 13 episodes since end of August, early September. Just all in, just jumping. But now I'm stacked content like madness. But I love it, and
nice.
I'm not going to stop. The podcast is a big part of my life, and talking to people, creating positive interactions. I went to this show last night, a local, basically like Vice, but for French media here. Followed me yesterday at the Shadow of Intent show because he's writing a piece about me, and we left the show together, and he was like, "Do you do that at every show? Do you do that much PR at every show?" I'm like, "That was nothing. I'm just talking to my friends.
Yeah,
this is what we do. This is what we all do. We go to a show, we're gonna hang out with our friends and talk and create connections and
discuss the side hustle and
all the time. We have to. It's what we do. There's a reason why people at our level are still there. It's because we're good humans and we help each other out.
Yeah,
totally, dude.
That's what the community is about.
And we've always looked at this show. We call it like a green room chat. Just no different than being backstage at a show, 4 or 5 bands on the bill. Everybody's sitting around having their pre-show beers and smoking joints and just talking shit about death metal and life, and we've been doing that for so many years. Why not just put it on a podcast? Let's get the stories of these people out there so other people can understand why we have accumulated so many good people in our lives throughout that time.
It's amazing. It's amazing what we've been able to do together and build together, and the community that it's thrived from a love of extreme metal.
Yeah, the next pinnacle would be the Cali Death Podcast Festival.
Yeah, dude.
Get that going. Yeah,
I know, dude. We sponsored it.
I did it. You do it. It's back to a local promoter.
Yeah,
someone that believes in you. I found JF Michaud from Eventco.
Yeah,
you guys need to find your local guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bring your signature beer up. We'll bring our exhumed hot sauce.
Hot sauce, coffee, fucking.
I mean, it would be cool to have the equivalent of like a Milwaukee Metal Fest, on the West Coast. It'd be awesome. Or wherever it happens, it doesn't matter. But I mean, you guys put it on. It's representative of your brand. You guys handpick the talent and live stream it, and I think it'd be pretty cool. That's the goal.
Think we have actually talked about that, because we sponsored a tour, and we thought that maybe we can build something like that into a day festival or something like that.
You definitely can.
And
sure.
actually, you just made me think. We're talking coffee and beer, dude. Battleforge Coffee should hook up with a brewery and do a stout.
I'm already
Let's
thinking
do
about
it.
that, and I had a
Let's do
plan
it.
to write Mike
Yeah,
already.
let's collaborate. I'm down.
Coffee stouts are delicious, dude.
I
Oh, yeah?
released 4 of them last year.
Yeah, dude. So that's what's up. Like that could be like another branch of Battleforge Coffee, dude. You get into the fucking beer industry.
Yeah, I'm
They,
down. We're
they
talking
need to
about doing
buy
like
lots of beer to make it happen. They
yeah,
need to buy lots of coffee, to make it happen. So
yeah.
you want to do this.
We can supply it. No problem. We're
Very
good.
cool. Second question from Vox and Hops towards you, and then I'm gonna have to go because I got to work tomorrow.
That's all good, dude.
White whales. Is there someone that you haven't had on in the first 100 that you want to have on? Obviously, there's lots of answers to that question.
Right.
But is there a specific artist that's been resonating throughout the history of the Cali Death podcast that you haven't had on yet?
Yeah, there's definitely a few.
Alex Webster for sure is one.
Yeah. And Corpse Grinder. I'd love to talk to both of them. We got to talk to Paul, which was awesome, but I'd love to continue getting Cannibal guests, and then also bring him out of the woodworks. And I'd like to pick at Frank Mullen's brain. I really would.
Right on.
You know,
He's on my list too. Yeah.
I don't know how much it's staying out of the spotlight. I haven't actually really tried to reach out to him yet because he is kind of out of the spotlight.
If
But
Joel can get him to talk about football, they might.
That's fine, dude. Yeah.
Got to get him like right before
Playoff.
Super Bowl. Right before Super Bowl, then he'll be really hyped.
Exactly.
Totally, dude. But he's that's my death metal idol right there. That's the man that I always was trying to be when I was doing vocals, coming up. And I'd love to talk to Frank because I've talked to him, backstage a few times at Suffo shows. We got the privilege to be able to hang out on the bus and all that kind of stuff. And he is this way more low-key, chiller dude than you get on stage with him. And I want to get to know him as a person outside of that.
He's a super nice guy. Frank's awesome.
Totally, dude. Sure. I think he'd be a great guest. So yeah, there's definitely my white whale right there. There's some white whales that we got in right at the very end too. Like before, didn't think it would be within the first 100, and we got Ron Jarzenbeck and fucking Paul Masvidal and all these guys. So we are grateful for the amount of big idols that we looked up to as young metalheads now actually being on our show. It's pretty surreal, dude.
But isn't the funnest part like connecting with them, just like what's up, like, and laughing with them, like finding something to just it's like we know you shred and this and that, and like but like, and you want to hear like about it, but like, like the funniest part is almost when they're just like they when they like feel comfortable and just like say something like, oh, like like funny or personal. That's like my favorite part,
right?
Usually.
Or like Steve DiGiorgio, what a fucking guy, dude. That guy is a killer dude. Spent over 4 hours with us, and
he's just such a killer dude.
The best. And even after that show, anytime we talk, he responds. Every time I try and get him to come back, though, it's always bad timing. He's on tour with Testament, all crazy right now, so. We'll have him back on soon. Though. This actually was one of the nights that I wanted to get him on, but he's still on tour. So
playing Winnipeg tonight.
Yeah. Well, that's the great thing about metal musicians. We are humble. We understand the work it takes to be at this level, and we're very fortunate to be as successful as we are, being in a death metal band, which is, when you're a teenager learning how to play your instrument, you're like, I don't know what this is going to become of, but we'll see how it goes. And to be at this level where you're, in your mid 40s, early 50s, you're like, I'm still fucking doing this. Like, holy shit, this is pretty awesome. So I'm pretty grateful. And, most metal musicians are pretty humble to be still doing what they love to do at their age, which is a testament to metal keeps you young, man.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Dude. It does, dude. I mean, you just mentioning your age and your ability on the kit still, dude. Like, I would hope that when I'm in my early 50s, I look anything like Mike Hamilton.
Well, I mean, drink a lot of water and play your drums every day.
and just
and exercise.
Yeah, there was a moment where I was like, we got offered to play Hellfest in Maryland. I'm like, fuck, can I do it? You know, and as you get older, especially as a drummer, you're like, you know, obviously I'm not in my 30s anymore. I can't play the tempos that I used to play, but you know, you get to a point where it's like the passion is still there, but is the ability still there, and the integrity you want to still like be able to play your best, and for the, you know, just for the integrity of the band and for the music and for your fans, you don't want to get out there and just like slop through your shit.
Right.
You want to play your music the way you know how to play it, and you know, thank God for muscle memory, because things started falling into place, and I was fortunate enough to be able, like, okay, I can still play this stuff. And so that honestly, like, that to me is the testament that music and playing music does keep you young. You know what I mean? It's
totally
right.
Mentally and physically is definitely, dude.
Yeah,
because obviously
for sure.
you're getting your cardio in, so there's the physical part.
Yeah,
but it's the mental aspect of
stimuli.
You know, continually.
Yeah, it's just that mindset that like every time I get on my kit, me personally, I'm like, I'm that 25-year-old kid that's trying to hone my craft and still love doing what I do. You know, the day that when I sit behind my kit and like, yeah, this fucking sucks, I don't want to do this no more. That's when I'm truly dead. But I don't think I'll ever get to that stage. And hopefully all you musicians out there, you don't get to that point, because, you know, if you're creating, then you're living, right?
Exactly, dude.
So
living.
That's the quality. That's how your
Love
quality of life is, you channeling and you're creating and you're being an artist, a musician, and you're, you know, that's the quality of life is creating, no matter what it is, if it's through music or, you know, with your podcast or with, you know, whatever your passion is. Like, that's the key to being youthful. It's just always being driven and having a goal.
Right.
Even if it's small goals, even.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely nothing happens overnight. You don't get, you know, you don't, everything's, you know, you got to step your way to it, you know, but I
think that's the key to happiness too.
The small battles. Yeah, absolutely. The small battles is what gets you to the pinnacle of where you want to be, you know, and it's like, you got to put in the work, you know, and that's,
I think that's what
I did.
What
a lot of people that get into death metal, they don't understand. It's like, if you want to be good at this, you got to put in the work. You can't just,
for sure,
like, it spawned out of the womb and blast at 250. Like, you can't do that.
Spawn out of the womb. That'd be crazy.
Like, right out,
that would be cool.
Right out of the birth canal, and you're blasting it.
Cool gimmick.
That would be cool. Yeah,
yeah. Just blah.
I think we have a new band project.
Yeah.
I appreciate you all. I will just 100 episodes. Keep going.
Thanks, Matt.
Around the corner.
Thanks for coming on.
I'm on the East Coast. I got to work early tomorrow, as you guys
totally
know.
did.
I'm a child educator. I got to take care of little kids tomorrow. So I hope you have a wonderful night. I'm looking forward to tuning in and watching this and seeing who else joins in to celebrate the 100 episodes of the Cali Death podcast. I can't say congrats enough. You guys have a great night.
Watch Fox and Hops.
Thank you so much for giving us your time, dude.
Cheers.
You're an inspiration,
too, man. Cheers.
Yeah, man.
You're an inspiration in many ways, bro.
Right on, brother.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers. All right, gents. On that note, who else is chiming in? Let's get some fools. Come on. Who's coming in? Who's coming in?
Waiting backstage.
Popping in. Who's waiting?
People are shy. They like wanted. Like, I'm telling people.
Oh, come on, man.
They're like this. You guys could let you talk.
Yeah.
Come on, this is supposed to be
listen, on that note, I'm also going to congratulate you, gentlemen, on 100 podcasts. Thanks, I love you so much. I'm super proud of you. Keep going. You too, bro. Don't ever stop. And
it's our death metal dad, guys. It's
dude. Take your vitamins and blast fast, kids. I love you guys.
I love you too, dude. So much, right, dude.
Man. Cheers,
thanks
brothers.
for coming on, dude, for sure.
Hey, my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, Mike.
Thanks for all you guys do for the metal scene and for Deeds.
Thanks, dude.
For sure, dude. Battle Forge Coffee. Go buy it.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
Fuck yeah. Do it.
Oh, shit. Yeah, dude. Oh. That's a good start, right? Matt from fucking Cryptopsy and Mike from fucking Deeds, dude.
California. Oh, we got Alex going on. What's up, dude?
What up, dude?
All right.
Alex.
Welcome
Alex
to the
Spacey.
California Death Podcast.
California. Where is that?
Seven
Right.
seven G's. Some guy who has 7 G's in his name. I don't get it. Just
Can
kidding.
he?
No,
What does
I
he do?
get it. I get it very clearly.
How come he's
So-
not
He-
joining?
He
can come in if he wants. We'll send him a link.
Send him a link. I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
dude.
we
Well,
don't play in the same
go
band.
for it. I got a couple things happening. Oh, and we got shit. Hey,
Oh,
Oh.
here we go.
we got
all
some
right.
people on. Hey, what's
Wait, so
going
that-
on?
Am I
so
on?
You are
Yes.
on, dude.
So for the audio
Yeah, it works.
listeners, we
Nice.
just added Alex Basie from Ominous Ruin, and also in
Odious
Odious
Mortem.
Mortem. He plays guitar.
Yeah.
And then we got Nate from Ontogeny and Anomalous. And shout out San Francisco, California. What's up? Wait.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude.
Yeah, dude, congratulations
Look
on
at the
100
comments.
episodes, man.
Thanks,
Joel
Nate.
isn't here, so I'm trying to do the comments and everything at once. So it's a little bit. So if anything is a little weird, to blame it on me. It's okay. And we
missed
got
Joel.
shit. Hey, David.
Yeah, dude.
Hello.
Wait, his audio might be a little.
I heard it. It's fine. Shout
How's
out
it going,
David
guys?
Siskin, original
There you go.
guitars from Odious Mortem, my old homie from back in the day. He's been on multiple pods. We
Hell
got
yeah.
5 people at the moment right now. It's an interchangeable episode so far.
Nice.
I'm gonna
What's
go
up,
take a
guys?
leak real quick.
How's it going? How you doing?
We
Hey, everybody.
had- we
Dude,
lost-
David, did you leave your sunglasses at my house?
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
tight.
it's David. Oh,
Nice.
it's David.
I'm
Sorry, I
glad
forgot
you
to text
called.
him. Is that
Oh,
it?
sick.
We're doing
Hell
this
yeah.
podcast in sunglasses today. All right.
We went to Alex's house before we went to Iron Maiden this last Sunday.
Dude, how was Maiden?
It's great. It's fucking great.
Man, they're
mean,
so
dude,
good live,
My
huh?
third time seeing him was the best, I think.
Dude, Bruce is still killing it. The vocals are amazing. I gotta say, I think Judas Priest beats him for me live.
I mean, yeah, Rob's gnarly, you know.
He's really gnarly, dude. Really gnarly, man.
They're both gnarly, but yeah.
Yeah, Maiden's show too looked amazing.
That's the thing. They're like pyrotechnics and all the fireworks, and it's just pretty wild. All the
Yeah.
set changes, you know, it's crazy,
Yeah.
dude. It's such a big production.
They went
Yeah.
big. It was
Flying
like,
show to show too. After he finishes a set, flying to the next gig. It's crazy. That is
Damn.
nuts. Hell yeah.
do they
Yeah.
still do it where he flies the plane? Like, they're not doing that, are they?
I mean,
Why
I'm going
not?
to continue the
That
rest
would be-
of my life thinking that's what he does. That's
Oh, I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor guy. He's just like, oh man, I started something. Now I gotta just keep going. Like,
Dude, even
And
if
the
the
pilot
gig is
and
like
the
from
lead
San
singer.
Francisco to Oakland, he's flying that next show for sure.
yeah.
Hell yeah. So when was this actually? Is it already happened yet?
It already
Iron
happened.
Maiden? Oh, like last Sunday or whatever.
Oh shit.
Was that last Sunday?
A week ago, Sunday.
What a
Whatever.
fucking week, man.
I don't even know.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
time traveled.
Yes.
I had other friends over last weekend too, so it's just been kind of like a nonstop alcohol binge.
How's the new pad and new environment, Alex?
Awesome. I mean, I don't know. Super stoked. Same question to you. I feel like
Well, I'm not in my new plaid yet. I'm still in my old pad, but I'm about to close on this bitch. I'm actually living out of a fucking truck right now, guys. That's why I'm wearing my Ontogeny hoodie again, because I forgot to pack.
Anthony is squatting in his own house.
I kind of am, dude. I literally live in this. It's all staged and shit, but actually, I got a buyer that's interested. So,
nice.
but yeah, I sleep on a fucking air mattress, and then I'm out of here before anybody else comes in here to look at it. You know.
Before we got this place, I was living in hotels. Thankfully, hotels. I think I remember telling you guys on the podcast for like, I don't know, 6 weeks or something before we went on tour, and then we went on tour. So I don't think I spent like a full week in this house until like 2 months after I owned it.
Rough.
Yeah, but I'm stoked. Things are better now. These guys get to come hang out, and yeah, now I got
That's
to
a
go up
nice
Oceanside. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
Speaking
man.
of which, so David, you were fishing today.
I was
right?
just about to ask that, dude. I was like, so how was the
going down?
fishing? Did you bring home some fish or what?
Yeah, I got a good Dorado. Nice 10-pound, 12-pound Dorado or so.
Is that the mahi mahi?
So
Nice, dude.
yeah.
Was it all crazy and like neon looking and shit?
Totally. Like right when you bring them out of the water, they're beautiful. Just like neon and all these crazy spots and patterns and shit. Look super
Trip, dude.
But then as they die, they like skin kind of like changes,
Whoa, that's kind of like chameleons too, dude. I had a veiled chameleon, and as soon as she died, like her colors got all weird and crazy. Like not in a good way, she lost all her vibrance, which is strange. It's like energy's lost, and maybe their soul is in their skin, guys.
I'm gonna look like shit when I'm a corpse. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, we're not gonna look the same. Our skin's
They're gonna have to put some extra makeup on this one.
Nah, dude. Burn me up, dude. You don't need to bury me in the ground and fucking have 100 years later have my family have to wonder if they're gonna have to dig me up or pay for the gravesite, because isn't it like 100 years? After 100 years, so all your family's gone, and then your descendants get contacted. Do you want to keep your great grandpa in the ground still? You got to pay us extra money. If they don't, they take you out, dude.
That's how that works, really?
Straight up. I mean, maybe not.
Dude, I want to be crucified. That'd be sick.
Ooh,
like
sick, dude.
If you're already dead, to have the funeral.
It's like dry out, just like dry.
That'd be
insane.
Well,
have you guys seen all the like the decomposed body? Like, it's like it gives back to the earth. Like it's like the
where they bury you in like a sack, and then you become like food for a tree, and then the tree is
worm
you.
food and stuff. Yeah.
Nate wants to get crucified on the what was it, the couch, the fucking Seinfeld couch, dude. You should just get crucified on that, dude.
That'd be sick.
What if like someone had Make-A-Wish Foundation, like they're like, no, all I want is to be crucified when I die, and then they have to fucking do it. They're like, I want my body to dry out in a public place so everybody sees like my corpse decay. Like, you must do it.
I mean,
imagine the like 23-year-old girl that joined Make-A-Wish to spread like positivity, and that's her first thing. Like, we got to crucify this guy.
I think that wish would be denied pretty fast, but it's worth a shot. I might.
Do it, man. You gotta do it.
I almost hope I can make a wish foundation.
You get like crucified and just put in a like a farm. You're now the scarecrow of your grandpa's old ranch or something.
Oh shit!
You can
it's like
do
Midsummer.
Oh yeah,
dude, that's one. Wait,
that movie.
Did I see that one?
Well, there's like different movies of that, but the one that we're talking about,
I know,
with the director who did what's it called, Hereditary.
Yeah.
Is it the same director?
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Hereditary's with that weird little chick, right? That gets her
like
head.
it a lot more than Hereditary.
Spoiler alert: gets her head knocked off or something.
I like both movies, yeah, but that movie is yeah, but yeah, dude, Midsummer, dude, is insane. Have you guys seen that stuff, Alex? No.
Mm-mm.
I'm totally not a movie buff.
Not at all, dude.
I fucking suck with movies. Yeah.
Like, tell us your favorite movie then. For a person who's not a movie buff, let's see what their favorite movie is.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I was gonna say Ace Ventura, but there's something else that was like on the tip of my tongue.
That's a good one.
Ace Ventura is a good one.
Come back to me. Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt is a favorite. All right.
Should have stayed with Ace Ventura.
No, I'm just thinking of random '90s movies now. 90s.
So you like comedy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, in theory.
Quirky comedy. That's all good.
Kind of any comedy. Yeah.
Murray says Friday.
Friday.
Shots
Dude,
at Friday.
I just watched Friday again recently, and I was like, this is
Friday's
still
a
a
great
fucking good movie, dude.
Yeah.
I've really thought this out. My favorite movie is This Is Spinal Tap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
It's like the most rewatchable movie of all
It
time.
is. It is. I know.
That actually is like the good indicator of of how awesome a movie is to you personally is how many times you could watch it and still enjoy it every time you watch it.
Did you guys remember the year that Dan dressed up as the bass player, like Harry Schaefer, whatever his name is, the guy from The Simpsons, you know? But he plays the bass player, and Dan from Odious like dressed up as him for Halloween, and he had like this like attached like mutton chops and the hair and like the whole dude. It was so funny.
Was it the strap outfit?
I think so. I can't remember.
Oh man, the strap outfit.
Oh, that strap outfit. Yeah, dude.
So good. The shirtless with just the suspender straps.
Yeah. I was at the Thunderdome in Santa Cruz at that. I remember that. It was funny. But
so Nate, dude, tell us what's up in the ontogeny camp real quick.
Oh, dude, we're recording now. We got a bunch of songs ready to go. So we're starting to track. Me and Keith are tracking everything.
Nice.
We're trying to do some weird stuff with the production on this one. I was kind of thinking of it like it's going to be like a mixtape almost, where we're going to track the drums, like different types of drums all the time, and make a collage of different sounding stuff that goes back and forth in the middle of riffs. So it's going to take a long time to record and track. So we figured we'd start now while we're halfway through the writing process, recording at the same time. But yeah, it's going good, man. I'm liking it. It's sounding really good. It's already live ready because me and Keith have been jamming on it pretty often. So I'm stoked.
Nice, dude.
Dude, yeah. You've always had like these interesting ideas with the ontogeny albums. The last one, wasn't it? You had like a specific way that you were recording. I forget how it was different than most. Was it jam sessions that you were recording or what? How?
Although that's kind of what we're doing now. The last one was, I guess, more. It was different. We did Discord and Disillusion was all like acoustic drums in the room type of thing, and it sounds really raw and really live. And then we went on the next album to Keith tracking on V drums because that's what we had for time, and it had samples. And then I kind of wanted to go back to the drum sound that we had before, so we brought him back in the room on Antisocial. And then this one is going to be it's going to sound weird just because it's changing productions in the middle of riffs. Like
dude, that sounds super sick though. Like I was actually going to tie that into like drum and bass and all that shit, David. Like how drum sounds change a lot throughout
different samples, different
right
and stuff.
Yeah, also, that's literally where I got the idea.
Oh, sick. Nice.
Like DJs.
Also makes me feel like Grateful Dead, like that album Anthems of the Sun. It's like all fused together of different pieces of different studio recordings and different live recordings, and it like kind of snaps back and forth and shit and layers. It's pretty cool.
Mars Volta does the same thing too, and they're back. I can't wait to see them. They're
cool. Back. Yeah, they're great.
That's a great show, dude.
It's a great band, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Delost in the Comatorium, I would say, is in my top 5 favorite albums of all time. And
right.
Just hearing how they recorded that album was all jam sessions that they take and they make a song after the fact was really cool and interesting to me. It just makes for a different thing. It's like you can pick the best moments. Like, man, we were really fucking cooking right there. We're gonna put that on the album rather than trying to replicate it.
That's kind of like Zappa, not in like that as big as that, but Zappa, all the solos on the records are taken from, because he would take the new material out on tour before he actually recorded the album, and his in the moment freestyle solos that he would do every night, he'd record them, and the best solo of the tour is what would end up being on the record after he finally actually recorded those songs. So that I attribute that to that, because it's like we're gonna record ourselves in multiple situations, and yes, this is the part where we got the sickest snippet of time. We're gonna put that on the record.
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
Do you see the Zappa documentary, by the way?
Which one?
The one that's on Netflix. It's like a 3-hour Zappa documentary. It's so good if you have
really?
it.
Today, but I fell asleep, but it was awesome. Like,
it's so good.
Do you know what it's called?
I can find it. But,
there's one that I watched that was based around Overnight Sensation and what's the album that was right after that? The one that had Don't Eat the Yellow Snow.
Joe's Garage.
No, it started with an A. Basically, it's the only two albums that Zappa had the same lineup on. Every other album has different musicians, or maybe one or two of those. But he had two albums throughout that gigantic career. There was two albums that were back to back that he was like, "This is the lineup I want to keep for longer than any other lineup that I've had."
Dude, it had to have been the lineup that's on Baby
Apostrophe and Overnight Sensation. Those two albums right there. So there's a documentary based on that era. But I have not seen. I've read the biography on Zappa, but I haven't seen this documentary that you're talking about, and now I'm really excited to jump in on that, dude.
It's so good. It's called Zappa.
It's just called Zappa.
Yeah, and it's so good. Zappa is one of those, super inspiring musicians just because of the amount of content he made, and that I don't think he was ever pencil whipping it. He really thought about his material, even though he was able to make so much material. He was really involved when he made it, and it was really thought out. He's just super productive and super inspiring in that way. But he's also a psychopath of a person,
Yeah.
Nuts.
Musician, psycho engineer, he recorded so much of that shit and edited it together and was cutting tape and shit, It's nuts. Like back in the day, cutting tape,
Cutting tape, yeah, I know, dude.
Literally cutting it and taping it together too. That's great.
It's wild, dude. But yeah, with a guy like that, a mind like that, there is the give and take, because you hear about, how much little time he spent with his family. He'd be in the basement for 16 hours a day, just in the studio, or being on the plane with they're flying to a show. Everybody in the band's mingling, talking, having a good time, and they'd see Zappa, and he's just over there writing sheet music in his seat by himself, just handwriting sheet music coming out of his head as he's on a plane. This guy doesn't even need to hold a guitar to write music. That type of shit trips me out.
If he wasn't doing that, he was drinking coffee and macking on chicks.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. And it was only coffee
no
and
drugs
cigarettes.
at all.
No drugs, dude. And that's when I talk to casual Zappa listeners, and they're like, "Wait, this guy wasn't all gacked out on acid throughout the '60s and shit." It's like, no, dude. This guy just liked to drink coffee and chase chicks and write music.
Cigarettes. Yeah.
Sounds like David Lynch. Oh, look who just popped in. What up, dude? Okay, so we got Mike DeSalvo, fucking Cryptopsy friend, another Cryptopsy member of fucking two of the greatest albums that Cryptopsy ever put out, fucking Whisper Supremacy and Then You'll Beg, dude. What's going on, Mike?
What's happening, man? How you doing?
Good, brother. I'm so glad you came and hung out with us, dude. I was very stoked when you responded with a big yes to come on, dude.
That was an absolute, man. Yeah, I mean, look, congratulations. 100 episodes, no joke, It's amazing.
It isn't. It's no joke, dude. We've been firing at this for 2 years, dude, every single week, bringing people fucking new episodes every single week. And yeah, dude, I wake up every day thinking this is a sliver of my life, dude. I got to give a little bit of attention to this every single day, dude. And you guys, all of you that I'm talking to right now, and who we have talked to, who we're going to talk to, you guys all helped us along the way, and loved having all of you on the show. Mike, you're one of my all-time favorite guests, bro.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
What's up?
In case he's back.
No, Mike. I was in the restroom. What's up, homie?
You're just popping in on a Zappa little run. You into Zappa at all, Mike?
I do. I like Zappa. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, anyone of sound mind.
Yeah, totally right.
Right, dude.
So
we're just talking about how, and also, with a brain like that, how you kind of take from other parts of your life in order. You only have a finite amount of energy as a human being, you know. And so what are you going to divvy it up to throughout your life? Well, if you're going to put most of your eggs in one basket, aka make fucking 80 albums throughout your lifetime before you fucking 80 plus or whatever, you're going to end up, you know, sacrificing some relationships with family and all that kind of shit too. But as a listener, you're like, oh man, but I love Zappa. But you learn, oh, we got fucking Troy, dude. What up, dude? Troy Fullerton.
I forgot to put my ears on.
Go for it, dude.
Like, dude, if this was a show right now that was like a band playing, you'd be like, dude, we got the best bands ever in this. Like, man, like Mike Salvo, Cryptopsy, bro, I'm a fanboy for life. Severed Savior, Odious, this is the shit. You guys are the shit, though.
Hell yeah, dude. Don't forget Ominous Ruin and Warbreaker, too. What up?
Yeah.
It's getting crazy already. The hot tub's heating up.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be chaos tonight, dude, but this is what we do when we celebrate 100 episodes.
The analogy, the whole thing tonight is this whole episode is just a hot tub with a bunch of guys getting into it or getting out.
That's awesome.
So once it gets like above 8, we're like, okay, someone's got to get out after. You know.
It's like, yeah, dude. Once it gets above 8, Troy's feet are tickling my feet, and I'm just like,
yeah, it's just, you know, it starts to get,
dude.
No, it's just
stop playing footsie with me.
Close quarters. Oh shit! Oh my god, we got more toes.
Hey.
How many toes do we have?
Dude. That's 80 toes we got right now, dude.
80 toes on this podcast so far.
That's a lot of toes.
It's a lot of sandals need to be provided for.
What up, Mike? Mike Gilbert in the house too. We got.
What's happening?
What's up, guys?
Oh,
can you hear me?
Shit.
Yes, we got you, dude.
All right, cool.
Hell yeah, dude. Mike, you've met everybody here, right? Or not, Troy?
I know
Mike
Nate,
DeSalvo.
Mike DeSalvo. We're friends on Facebook. We've never met or talked, but I've been a fan of you guys since fucking, well, at least when you were in Cryptopsy. Holy shit. Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
And I'm sorry, I don't know who's on the bottom right. Who's that?
David Siskin.
Oh, what's up,
Yeah.
dude? I didn't recognize you. Yeah, long time no see.
And then Alex Basie. Have you guys met?
No.
How's it going?
Alex Basie is from Ominous Ruin and Odious Mortem.
Okay. Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
I've been a huge Severed Savior fan for, I don't know, since you were a band. So, yeah.
Sweet.
And Odious Mortem and Cryptopsy. Yeah.
Right, dude.
And
Nate?
Dude, it's crazy. This is the lineup right here. Like Warbreaker cutting up the records while we're getting to open it up, and then fucking you'd have Ontogeny, Odious Mortem, Severed Savior, and then dude, Mike.
So when do we go on tour?
I know. What the fuck, dude? What's up with Coma Cluster Void, dude?
Quiet right now.
Yeah,
fairly quiet right now. I know Jean is super busy, and we're just waiting on her to, you know. Actually, she had sent us a song. Man, I think it was like 5 weeks ago or something, and was like, "Hey, we're on the next song." And I haven't heard anything since then. So
yeah,
I knew it's coming. You know, it's been slow. It actually works in my favor right now because I got other things going on right now, and
totally.
it would just be, you know, it would just be so many. You know, there's not enough time to take it all on in one shot. So this actually gives me a little bit more time to work on other projects right now. So
you recently posted some live footage of you. I forget what band it was with though. You did some guest vocals.
Scattered Remnants,
dude. That's what it was, dude.
Boston. And,
Hell yeah,
well, New England, anyways. Yeah. And it was that was at the not Redefining Darkness, but Into the Darkness Festival in Ohio. We actually went out there, and they asked me to do a song, and I was like, sure, of course. You know, I was
fuck yeah, dude.
Played with those guys back in the day, big fan. I was like, fuck, absolutely, fucking fun. So.
Well, watching it, you're still a fucking beast, bro. Like,
thank you.
You straight up, you
feel like an old
got
man.
it and more, dude. But dude, you still got it, dude.
Thank you.
Much respect, dude. Much respect.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun getting up there because, you know, I mean, I don't have that opportunity anymore at this, you know, right now, anyways.
And did you get the feels again? Did you get the feels while you're up there?
Oh,
you know,
the second you step on stage, the whole time it was like I'm on the side of the stage and I'm going through the song in my head. And I'm like, I know this fucking song. And even through that, I'm still like, what's that fucking lyric again? So, you get on stage, the second you're on stage, it's like, bam, you're in it. And
right, dude. Totally. That is funny how that's happened to me so many times where I'll be performing a song that I've done many, many times, and it'll be up until the last second at certain points where I'm like, what am I supposed to say? And then
absolutely,
it just comes out.
Yep. Yeah, it does. And then, then the alternate side of it, sometimes it don't. You're just like,
I remember the patterns.
It happens.
Totally, dude.
But then you think like guys like Rob Halford or whoever else uses teleprompters, like Ozzy and shit. At some point, it's like, there's a fucking million songs to remember, and they're like, fuck this, who needs to remember?
Well, the funny thing about Rob Halford is like with the teleprompter, it's like, yeah, dude, lyrics, like whatever. That dude can fucking murder the microphone.
Yeah,
like he's like 70 what? Like,
yeah, totally.
It's like, who cares if he has a teleprompter? Did you hear him sing? Like,
doesn't matter,
dude. If you've seen Rob Halford live, you understand what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, he
Jesus
built it out,
Christ,
man.
Dude.
Incredible.
And Bruce was David and I and we all saw Bruce. I mean, we saw Maiden like last Sunday, like a week and a half ago. We were talking about. He was amazing. It was so great. It was great. But dude,
high energy.
I think that's like the way they write the songs with Judas Priest and like, but Rob Halford just like, it's like cutting glass. Like the vocals are. It's like he's like the Freddie Mercury of metal. It's totally. It's fucked up, dude. It's like too good.
You want to buy a shitload of leather, dude. I don't know what
it is. Yeah, amazing.
So Troy and Mike, talk about your Twitch channels, dude. How are those going? Troy.
Oh, thanks. Actually, I've been out of town for a couple of weeks, and so I haven't been doing much in the last few weeks, but going good up until that point. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Where are you at right now? Montana?
I am in Las Vegas.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
actually down here because tomorrow and Saturday is the Monsters of Brutality Fest.
Sweet.
And so I'm down here to help out with that and enjoy it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was gone for a couple of weeks, home for a week, gone for a week, and then I should be home again for a while. Hope to get back to streaming regularly, and I've got that unscratched itch now that I've been playing regularly for the last 6 or 9 months or whatever it is, and then to stop for a couple of weeks, it's like a habit.
Right. No, definitely, dude. I understand.
Yep.
You get into a groove, and then you throw a monkey wrench in the business, and then it's like, wait, all we're looking for is homeostasis. So when we add new things, if you have this constant new thing that you're doing, you take it out of the mix, then your whole situation gets thrown off, dude, because now you're not in homeostasis. I was coasting along it this way, but dude, you got to do what you got to do, and just you're going to get back on it,
Yeah. Just, can't let it turn into a long break.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's the history that I have, is I take a break for a couple of weeks, and then it becomes a couple months, and then becomes a couple of years.
No, not this time, dude.
Not this time, though. No. Yeah. Got too much going on to stop. So
right, exactly, dude. What about you, Mike? How's your channel going?
Good. What the fuck are you laughing about? Fucking chucklehead. He's like, hey, he asked about his channel. It sucks.
No. Joel put the comment on the screen from Amir Queen. So what's up, Amir Queen?
Right. Murray's laughing, sure. Dude. He thinks that's funny.
Yeah.
I haven't been active much for the last month because I got really sick like a month ago for a couple weeks. Thought it was COVID, but I tested like 5 times negative, but it kicked my ass, whatever the fuck it was. I was on a stream and I was getting the sniffles. I thought everybody was gonna think I was doing coke or something, but no, it was legit sniffles. And then that night hit me like a ton of bricks, and I was out for like 2 weeks. And
really?
I think I streamed like a week ago, and I'm getting back into the swing of things. I kind of hit that plateau of like, well, you guys know I didn't play for years, like before I started streaming again. So I kind of like record or streamed like me getting back into the swing of things and getting the rust out and shit. And then it didn't take very long to realize that, I don't know that many songs anymore. Like I got to get a whole shitload of songs down again and remember shit and learn new shit. So lately I've just kind of been working on getting a larger repertoire of songs so it doesn't get boring for people that watch all the time, It's been fun relearning and learning some Dillinger Escape Plan stuff because that's always, just they've got that energy that just fucking drives you, and it's fun as fuck to play. It's fun to show other people that stuff. A lot of people are into it, so that's kind of what I've been doing lately.
Yeah, I think I may have been, they were on my radar, but it was you that made me really dive into Dillinger. Especially the first EP and Calculating. Those two albums are
well, the demo EP, and then the first actual EP, the Under the Running Board that had the mullet burden on it,
right, and then Calculating. Yeah, those three
monumental,
dude. Totally, dude. And it's still to this day, it's untouchable for me.
It's kind of a trip. Back in that 97, I think, is when they were on a Relapse. What do you call that shit? Where the labels would put out a compilation.
Animation CD.
The Relapse, the Relapse compilation CD had just the Mullet Burden as their only song on it, and it was like came out of nowhere. Like who the fuck are these guys? Where do they come up with this kind of shit? I've never heard this kind of energy. It was super motivating, and it was at that same time. That was the first time I had really heard Cryptopsy, and Whisper Supremacy came out right about that same time, and that was the same kind of shit. Like the energy and the musicianship. That era, that late '90s era, was fucking great.
Straight up, dude. Both those records or both those bands they have a true unique voice. Like
yep.
Flow. We always talk about the Suffo Blast, the Cannibal Blast, the Pete Sandoval Blast, but there's also the Flow Blast too.
They're always called I think they're always called Terrorizer Blasts.
Right.
Terrorizer Blast beat.
I always call them Hyper Blast. Is that not what that is?
What?
I call them Hyper Blast. It's like
okay.
You're talking flow style.
I felt like Hyper Blast was like or Blasphemy Made Flesh, like that super fast. That's a Hyper Blast, right?
The other thing that Flo did was he'd do like the blah 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 beat where it was like
I love that beat. I know no one does that.
It's so good, and Dillinger does it too, and that's
okay.
Like
yeah.
When I
You're talking about like a gallop.
Yeah, that's what I would call it, a gallop.
No. When it goes like that.
Okay.
Kick, dude, and Flo does that so savage, like so good.
Yeah, he fucking really does. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Of course, yeah.
Do I remember being?
I saw Dillinger around the same time in probably 97 or something. I think it was at the Milwaukee Festival we played, and they played also. And they were on like this. There was like a bar, and it was like the side stage that was off on the side. And these guys just fucking decimated the place. It was unfucking believable.
Yeah.
Talk about energy. I mean, it was. You have all the other bands, and then you had Dillinger, and they just. I mean, it was something to see. I mean, I've seen them throughout their the course of the band, and they've always had high energy. But back then, there was just something spastic about it that nobody was, even raising the surface on. Really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their show is like violence. It's just pure violence.
They used to always have like just floodlights behind them, just like blinding everybody. It was pretty sick.
Well, they had those strobes that they used to bring.
Sick, dude.
I
saw them chaos, dude.
The only times I've seen them live were in that era. I only saw them twice back in 98 and 90. Right after Calculating came out, I saw them twice. Once in San Francisco and once in Oakland. and they were cool as shit. You know, they hang out with everybody afterwards, and they're all into the music, and they're big Cynic fans too. So I got to like bond with Ben and Chris Penny, the old drummer, about Cynic beats and shit. And yeah, they're fucking great.
Was that show Bottom of the Hill?
No, the one in San Francisco was at Morty's Fine Italian Dining, which was a great great little venue that used to be called something else back in the mid '90s. It was right across the street from the Stone. And then when they were in Oakland, it was at the Gilman.
That would have been a sick show. The Gilman.
Dude, it was fucking nuts. There actually wasn't that many people there. It was surprising.
Where was the Gilman again? That was
Gilman's still around, isn't it?
Is Berkeley by the train station?
In Berkeley, that's the one.
They don't have a lot of metal shows. They have a lot of punk shows.
Was the Gilman the one that was like the Green Day like venue?
Yes,
that was
yes.
Oh, the Gilman.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's always been like the punk.
Yeah. There's like stickers all over all the walls and shit. Yeah. We saw Andrew's band play there one time.
I saw Dillinger at the Che Cafe around calculating infinity time, and it was fucking insane because that place is really small. And then I saw I saw him in SF at the Pound when they put out that EP that Michael Patton was on.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That was fucking so awesome.
Oh shit, dude. We got an edition.
Diego?
What up,
a serious edition.
What's cracking?
We just added Diego Sanchez from Disgorge and To Violently Vomit Like My Shirt.
Diego. Yeah, what's cracking?
Nice. Representing, dude.
Hell yeah.
What up, Wiz?
Look at life of a dad that's playing Vegas tomorrow.
Nice, dude. You're playing Vegas tomorrow?
With my skin cut off, dude. So is anyone want to say what's up?
What up, Zelia? What up? What up?
Yeah. Literally, dude, I can barely wipe my ass right now. leaving a butt crack of dawn to go slam it up for the Monsters tomorrow. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Nice, dude. So you and Troy will be kicking it then.
Yeah, dude. We did. I think when I first started playing bass with Seth Philosophy, we were a gutter out on the East Coast, and you know, I'm still not a bass player yet, but back then I was like barely a guy that plays bass, and then now a little bit better. So it'll be cool to showcase some new tunes and
hell yeah,
you know, go see the boys. Of course, it's gonna be dope. Haven't seen Skidless forever, so that'll be rad to go see those dudes and you know, Raja, Mortician.
Yeah, dude.
You guys going out there tomorrow? Oh, there's Troy. What up,
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll be there.
You still in Vegas?
I am in Vegas right
All right,
now.
are you going to the fest?
Yep, I'll be there.
Well, I will see you there, homeboy.
Yes, dude.
What's up, Diego?
Yeah.
We'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, espíritu. Dame tu espíritus. Or sus espíritus, something like that. Hey, dude, is Ed on here yet?
Not yet, dude. He should be coming on soon, though.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm driving around, so I'm kind of on limited time, and I can hit you guys up when I get a break.
It's all good.
Depending on
Dude, you
how
can
late you're on.
I'm gonna check with Ed right now. Actually,
David,
so who all is on here? I recognize a couple faces, but I'm losing my sight from a lack of sleep right now.
It's all good, dude. You got me
it's on
and
the phone
Casey
too. It's hard to see.
Right next to
8
you.
people. It's crazy.
You're in between Mike DeSalvo, Nate Venerucci sandwich.
Yeah, what up?
I like how the only other Italian can't even pronounce your name.
I've been drinking plenty already.
Well, I hope you guys are vegetarians because you got some meat in the middle, boy. What up, Mike?
What up?
Oh yeah, man! Awesome.
Disgorge is another band.
Yo, light on the subject. What?
Oh shit!
I used to
Diego.
There
we got a special ad right now.
Dude.
Yeah.
Heads on now, dude.
Oh man, it's about to get gritty. Yeah, me, huh? You want to say hi? Say hi, Ed.
Hi, Ed.
He's like, can you tell he sounds bad? I want to say what's up. Oh yeah, later. Here we go. Okay.
I'm a little party to the party. I just had to. We had to eat dinner.
Okay, you can't run the podcast.
Nah, you're all good, Ed. You're all good.
Yeah.
At the perfect time. You literally. Thanks,
better late
dude.
than never, bro.
Yes,
Diego was
sir.
literally just asking about you, and then I was about to text you, and then boom, here you are, dude.
Right? It's that
Yep.
disgorge energy in the room, boys.
Ed Talorda from Disgorge fame, California renowned mixing engineer for live music. What up?
I can survive, bro. But it's cool, yeah.
The guy with a rad mustache.
I know, right?
Yes.
This takes me.
Don't see that very often. Huh? Yeah.
This takes me like 2 months to grow, bro. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So
When it
you
gets
cherish,
good enough, dude, you can go to Terriers and be all like that. It tells.
dude, if it took 2 months, dude, you should. Yeah, you take care of that thing. I'm sure you wake up, comb it every day.
I don't know. Just gotta move it to the side so it don't get between your teeth.
Diego's like, I wake up and my fucking beard's like this. I fucking shaved it last night, dude.
Dude, I'm like Chuck Norris, dude. I wake up, my mustache is already brushed.
Yeah. It's already doing the dishes.
Dude, it's already like Moses, bro, in the waters. Yeah.
My shit goes up my nose and stuff. Man. Like,
The Chuck Norris shit cracks me up sometimes. The one that cracked me up the most with the Chuck Norris thing is Chuck Norris built the hospital he was born in.
Yeah, real.
That one fucking gets me every time, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
oh man.
So this is a limited group. There's like 10 people on here at a time or something, right?
I know. Yeah,
We got the 8 crew. It's fine. We're chilling right now. We got the 8 crew.
Yeah,
we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we got the 8 crew.
Did we lose Nate? Oh, he's back.
we lost Nate.
But some people transfer back to digital. They uploaded their psyches
That's all good,
too.
dude.
So they're just back in the chat. So like
Oh,
it's
that's
all
cool.
good. We got
Thank
a
you, Nate,
rotating.
for popping in, though, dude.
Oh,
Thank
dude,
you
we
very
love
much.
all you guys.
Love
We love
seeing
everybody. Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
I know this is all going to be chaos, guys. So
Yeah,
it's
we're
like,
trying this out.
if
It's
you-
going rad already, dude. We're just experimentation.
if you feel like you've been here
All
too
our
long, you
homies.
could just say late, and we'll be all good with it, dude.
If you got to
Well,
go,
if you think
potty,
we've
it's all
been
good.
here too long, just isn't there like a little eject button or something?
No, we don't do that. We don't do
No,
that.
I always want to say goodbye.
Oh, no,
so that's why
Diego.
I said.
It's just like,
I gotta
oh
cut
no,
out.
we lost him.
Guys,
I guess
and
we,
we
like,
also
we
lost.
spoke
We also
too
lost
soon, dude.
Alex too. His network got all chopped up. So.
congratulations, Cali Podcast, 100 episodes.
Thanks,
Hell yeah,
David.
David.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Dude,
See
thanks
you
for
guys.
popping on with us, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Enjoy
Peace.
that Dorado, dude. Yeah, dude.
Fuck
All
yeah.
right, now it's a little more manageable. We're down to 6 dudes.
David is the best cook ever, dude. That
Hell
dude,
yeah, dude.
he's-
You
he's
guys
such a
sent me
good
some
fucking
pictures.
chef.
You guys have sent me pictures where I'm
No
like,
Joseph
Shit
today.
out of control. What's that?
what's up, Dad?
Yeah.
No Joseph today.
He'll be
Oh, he's
on
Any
in the
minute.
next few
He'll
minutes.
actually be on really soon. Yeah, he just got off work. Yeah.
What about Joel?
So, well, we don't talk.
Oh,
about
Joel.
you go.
We miss Joel greatly, but he had tickets to a show that he bought months ago, and
Oh, he's got priorities. It's cool.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Nice.
Joel's a
fine.
busy
See how
guy.
it
He's
is.
a busy guy. Yeah, he.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Episode
hard to-
100 is nothing. It's
He's
fine.
hard to
Cool.
pin down. You know.
Who does he have tickets for?
Leprous, the band Leprous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
right.
one important
They're on
episode.
tour. Yeah.
He's way down with them, so you know.
Well,
I'm
look
not gonna-
who's back.
Nate's back. What up, dude?
Hey.
Crawling back.
Dude, I thought I got bumped by Disgorge, and I was like, "That's totally fair."
Yeah, we don't bump anybody, dude. It's super
No,
fun.
dude.
I love that though. He's all like, "I got bumped." We're all like, "Nate's got to go."
It's fair, dude. It's fair.
Yeah.
When you were like, "This would be a sick show or tour," I was like, "I know exactly who the opener would be on this fucking tour." You guys
But
all-
I think that this is what I've always said, dude. Ontogeny should be recognized way more than they
Hell yeah.
are.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Dude, Disgorge live, by the way, was like an experience. If you ever saw Disgorge live, have the pleasure.
yeah.
It was one of those ones where you didn't know what you were
yeah.
getting into, and then you saw it like, wow, man, I get that. That's sick as hell. All of you
Totally,
guys.
dude.
Dude,
We,
Nate,
well, I was just gonna say I got the pleasure to share the stage with them a few times, you know, with Troy and Mike as well. we had traded off some headlining dates on that one tour that we did in, was it 2012?
Yeah.
And dude,
I moved in that area,
bro.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that Discord blew me away every single fucking night that we played with you guys, dude. It was such a treat to watch you guys do your thing, dude.
Yeah, that was a fun run. That was definitely a fun run, and it was great for me myself, because it was great for myself to share, to get to share stages with you guys, because I mean, like, you guys, I had you know, I mean, like, I was in a smaller band like prior to that, and like, we were trying to like break out of San Diego at the time, but then, you know, I mean, I kind of needed a change of situation, and just when I got into Disgorge, I mean, it was kind of talked about when I was doing sound for them when they were on tour with the Incantation, and you know, it's like, and I kind of already was getting it in me that I wanted to get something that was a little more like just relentless driving, and to play along with the likes of you know, Severed Savior, Decrepit Birth.
Whoa. All right. That was
shit just got real.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, it was yeah, to be able to go and share, you know, finally go and share that with Decrepit Birth, Severed Savior, and all kinds of, you know, just to get out there and do something bigger than what I was, you know, and I mean, it was great.
And you fit right in, dude. I mean, the way that you're talking, you didn't seem like you were a guy that was striving for something bigger. You were already bigger to us when we were seeing you on stage, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just think, because once I melded in with with what was being played, and, you know, I mean, I set it out that I was gonna learn this and play it like I wrote it myself, and, you know, I mean, it's just like when we played covers as a tune and we wanted to play like our heroes. Yeah, you know, I mean, they became heroes. They had become heroes even more than what I was like already listening to. But,
right.
Yeah, there's something about putting the face to behind. You know, you have the music, but the face behind that, you know, and the attitude, and the, you know, the camaraderie that comes along with meeting those people and shit. It's something that you never forget. You relive it. I mean, I do anyways. I mean, I know you guys do too. Anytime you're on the road, and the people you meet, you know, like it's a special bond that can't be broken. I don't think.
Totally, dude. And even with like local openers and shit like that, where you'll be on a run and it'll be kind of like flat with the local openers, and then you'll get to Texas or something, and you watch the opener and you're like, oh shit, dude. These guys fucking know what's up. And then it takes you back to when you were a local opener. And you're like, yeah, I remember having that hunger, that drive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Unfortunately, now these days, because of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't, you know, I mean, dude, I'm 48 now, dude. Like, you know,
right.
And when that had happened, I was like 30.
Yeah, 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
Well, I mean, like when I joined in 2004, you know, I mean, so go figure. I mean, dude, that was almost 18 years ago when I went on my first tour with them. You know,
right.
I mean, shit, dude. I mean, like Parallels is fucking 17 years old now.
It's crazy, dude.
Like, what the fuck?
Seems like yesterday, man. It's insane. Right?
All right, dude. And we're all saying the same thing about our shit too. It's like,
yeah, I mean, Consume is fucking 22.
I remember, dude, I still refer to Parallels as the new Discord album. That's how old I am, dude.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, man.
Totally, dude.
Anyway, Yeah, I gotta run back and do some parenting stuff right now.
That's all good, dude. Thank you so much for popping in,
Ed. We love you, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Love you guys.
Cheers, dude.
And,
good to see you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Let's do this again.
Absolutely, man.
Dude.
Anytime.
You're always welcome, dude.
I just wanted to drop in, say, happy 2nd anniversary and 100th episode. And dude,
Cheers.
I mean, this is gonna go on.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna keep going, dude, and thanks for being a part of it, dude.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for having me, man. Well,
yeah.
we will talk soon.
Right on, Ed. Cheers,
bro. Man.
Cheers.
Hell yeah, Ed.
Yeah, I was just gonna say a while back about an ontogeny. When you guys did several dates on our 2012 reunion tour, dude, you guys blew us away every night. Literally every time, every one of those shows that we played with you guys, we were like, why the fuck didn't we bring them on this entire tour?
The entire tour.
Yeah.
Dude,
I really
regret.
felt that way too. Like,
thank you so much, man. Seeing you guys play every night was like, or every night that we were on it, because I think we were only on like 4 or 5 shows of that. But seeing you guys play was just like, man, I gotta practice more, man.
Well, it's the same thing. I mean, dude, we would just sit there, like me and Oleg and who else? Me, Oleg, and somebody else would just like stand there at all the shows that we played with you guys and like just sitting back and just watch you play, primarily just going, what the how the fuck you come up with that shit?
Dude, remember the first show at Winners, and then Ontogeny goes on and we're like, oh shit. We got to be fucking on our shit. And then
fucking Archaic would come up,
Cannibal, and they just fucking murdered, and we're these older dudes like, oh shit, dude, we're getting ourselves into some shit. But it made us stay on our toes. You know?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I kind of blame you for the the beginning there. Set the bar, Nate.
Oh, right.
So set the bar for me. So that whole tour, every night I was like not drinking after 7 p.m., warming up, going for like 20-30 minute jogs before we go on so I could get good and warm, stretching. I was like, fuck, I have to like play better than I've ever played now. Thank you.
Yeah. Dude, thank you so much for the compliments. I don't even know how to react to that other than just be like, you're all like, inspiring musicians.
You're supposed to be like, I know.
That's really what it is like, I can't believe it. Like, I've always looked up to you guys as musicians. So being able to play was just awesome with you guys, and hearing that you enjoyed our set, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know if, like, again, I just wanted you to know, because I don't know if any of us ever actually told you that we had talked about many times, like, why the fuck didn't we have you guys come on tour with us?
I always tell Nate. Nate gets so many compliments from me. He probably is over it. Okay, dude. Good.
No,
I'm
I mean,
just like where, and I'm Where's #1 fan.
Nobody knows what the fuck that is.
You gotta know.
We're probably still playing opening shows at Winners anytime. So.
And I'll be there, dude, and I'll be front row fucking headbanging the whole fucking time, dude, because it is a great experience. And also, you as a guitar player, Nate, I think that everybody needs to hear that shit. And same thing with Keith, dude. Keith is a drummer that really, really like excites me, because he has this Keith style that I don't see in any other player, And I realize why you stuck with him for so long, because of his ability and his unique aspects to his instrument.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't make this project without Keith. To be honest, Keith is like he's what keeps me going, making it. It's so fun playing with him, because that's what music is, right? It's finding people that inspire you to keep going, especially in the old age of playing, man. If you're just stagnant, you get bored. But playing with Keith makes me want to practice more. Seeing you guys play shows makes me want to practice more. Getting new albums you guys release makes me want to practice.
That's the whole point, dude.
Yeah. So,
it's actually nice to hear you guys talking about this. Like, you guys have toured together and stuff, and the fact that you guys actually sat and watched each other is, I think, is paramount to getting better and learning more and things of this sort. I used to do the same thing when we were on any tour. I would watch. There were certain bands that I would watch every night. Like Gorguts was one I'd watch every fucking night. It's just like
how could you not?
Yeah, you're being schooled, and if you miss that opportunity as a musician, as a music fan, that's an opportunity you'll never fucking get back.
Yeah, so absolutely.
See these bands, I'm not gonna name the bands and shit, but there were plenty of bands that I've been on tour with that fucking never came out, never watch a band. And I used to say to myself, like, you talk about being stagnant and shit, and I mean, at some point you're not opening your mind to anything else but the blinders you've got on for yourself. And I never understood that mentality. For me, you have that opportunity. It's something that most people never have, is that opportunity to sit and watch fucking gifted musicians, brilliant people play and learn from those experiences. I mean, that's a fucking total lost opportunity for, I think, too many people.
It's hard to progress when you don't have reference points along the way to remind you of what you have done and what you should be doing.
Totally.
And it doesn't matter what level that band is, you're going to come across a group of dudes that really are into their shit, and they play it to a T, and they have this unique aspect to them, and that it's always going to, if you're above them, below them on the bill, whatever, it's going to, if you're humble and you understand what it takes to get to a certain level, then you're going to open yourself to be reminded that here's the things that I need to work on as a musician. Here's the things that I know I can do. And just being able to accept, seeing other people in their journey, and just know that we're never going to get as good as we want to be. We're never going to get there. And that's actually beautiful, guys. That's beautiful, because we know that is the end goal, and we're never going to reach the end goal. So we're never going to stop.
Keep going. That's it. Yeah. Keep going. I agree with that.
And you go for it, Mike.
I was just going to say, I mean, if you get complacent with if you're like satisfied with what you're doing and you get complacent with it, and there's no growth there, there's no, it's like, imagine being back in like 1900 saying, oh, we've invented everything that's going to fucking be invented. We're cool. We're fine. We've made it. And then what else could there be? Well, airplanes and fucking everything else,
Right, dude. iPhones and fucking iPad. That actually doesn't really help society much, but I know what you're saying, dude. It's like, how are you going to cap something that continues to grow? You can't cap it off, dude. It's going to eventually blow over. Unless everybody decides we're just going to stop and be lazy. But that's not the human mentality. The human mentality, I mentioned homeostasis before, but actually the human mind resents homeostasis. And that's if you
the irony of life.
Yeah. We don't like to be stagnant. Our bodies physically like to be stagnant, but our brains want to constantly expand.
Stimulation.
Yeah. Because if you don't, you could just get into that lazy rut, and then you end up being depressed and not contributing to society at all. But this is like having something that we're involved in, which is the underground metal scene. We have different goals than most aspects of the music industry, because we're not in it for the money. The money is like the main thing for most popular styles of music, and
it shows musically. It shows.
right. We're in it to make art, guys, and we like to just represent ourselves best to our ability at that time in our lives, and to be able to sit with you guys and look at your output. All of you have truly represent. Yes, you, Gilbert, have truly, showed that is the case in the underground metal scene, dude. It's not, we're artists, and yes, there's ego involved, obviously, because we want to represent ourselves and all that stuff. But really, it's contributing to this gigantic thing that we love so much, and all your contributions are something that everybody needs to know about. If they don't know about it, they need to fucking get digging, dude. I always say get your hands dirty and just dig deeper, dude, because you're gonna find a Mike DeSalva, you're gonna find a Nate, you're gonna find a Mike, you're gonna find a Troy, and those are like baton passes to get you to the next stage of what kind of art you're trying to. What up? Diego's back, dude. What up?
Back in action.
Mid sentence, I'm like, oh wait, we got another window. All right. Oh nope, it's the Wiz is back, dude. He disappeared and he reappeared, dude, like a wizard.
Oh man, yeah, getting driving around trying to take care of anybody and everybody when you've got to take care of yourself.
You're a daddy, dude.
Holy smoke, yeah. Gnarly sounds like, you know what? I gotta bounce for a couple minutes, get me out of here for a minute, and
it's all good.
Get some música, energía de música. So fucking, the vibration goes.
That's what's up, dude.
Oh yeah, fucking crazy, man. So 100th episode, huh?
Yeah, dude, that's pretty wild, right?
Yeah, man.
Who would have thought? I don't even remember what your I don't remember what your episode was. What, 3, 4?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. The first.
And then you came on for
Diego
Casey's birthday. You came on for Casey's birthday.
Yeah.
What was number 1? Who was on number 1?
Deeds.
It was
Jacoby and Mike. Yeah.
Deeds, Decrepit, Disgorge.
Boys.
It went Deeds, Decrepit, and then
Discord,
we were just scheduling it out, but we did So we did Severed was 3, and then Discord was 4, and then we did.
So from number 1 to number 100, like are you? I mean,
name them all right now.
A fucking major change, is it like from you said, like from the 1900s to now? Is it like one of those kind of things?
You saying like how we feel while we're doing?
How do you feel? Personally doing this. I mean, you feel like way far along from where you started from?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, definitely. Sure. I feel it's much easier. Like I don't get nervous before shows anymore.
Yeah.
Back in those days, I would definitely, be a little nervous before we started. We weren't doing live then, so that actually then we kicked it into the live thing for a little bit with Zoom and YouTube and all that. That was another point. But those kinds of things need to happen in order to you're checking yourself. All right, are we going to stay coasting along at this level, or are we going to start adding more challenges?
Step outside your comfort zone and
what you got there, Mike?
That's what's up. What are you sipping on?
Oh, nice one.
Oh, Basil Hayden. Hell yeah, dude.
It's
great
so
whiskey.
Good.
Yeah,
great
so
whiskey.
Good. I love it. I just want to hold like a little bit.
I agree, dude. Basil Hayden's great. Eagles, I think
it's got a good flavor. I like it. It's very smooth.
Eagles Nest is in that same realm.
Eagles Nest, I have not tried that, but I go to Total Wine and they have just about everything.
Hit it up.
So
That's actually from Eagles Nest is like the more higher shelf version of Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace is the oldest whiskey in the United States. Buffalo Trace was actually started like 2 years before the
Hatfields and McCoys.
Before Prohibition.
Moonshine,
2 years before Prohibition, I think that's what it was, dude.
Let's see, somebody else was making too much money, dude, and they had to get loose.
Yeah, little fucking little cutthroat.
Right, get our fingers in there and get our percentage right now. You guys ever heard of Rip Van Winkle's? That's supposed to, I don't know, it's more on like the $200 bottle range, or 2 to 4, I guess.
That's why I haven't heard of it, dude. I ain't gonna.
My buddy's always talking about it. And you know what? I like whiskey too. I don't know. Never going there. Yeah.
I mean, dude, that sounds a cocktail would cost $50 or some shit.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's probably still gonna have some kind of bite and taste like some kind of grain, you know.
If I ever have a rich friend that has it, I will more than happily drink it.
Oh, yeah, I'm totally down to try something like that. I'm just not down to pay $200 for a fucking bottle.
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
Oh, you guys didn't hear yet. Sorry to spoil it for the Cali guys, you know, but like on the 200th episode, they're gonna hook it up, dude, and send us all shots virtually. It's gonna be sick.
Maybe in 2 years we would have enough money for that, dude. Yeah, if I had that bottle in my house, dude, I'd be like, all right, here's a cap full.
Yeah. Endorsed by Unique Leader. Oh,
here's your shot. Here's your shot.
What were we just talking about? I forget what we were just talking about.
It's one of the ones where you show everyone the expensive bottle, but you give them shots of wild turkey or something.
Right, dude. It's like you buy a expensive bottle and fill it up.
$200.
Man, yeah.
You buy the expensive bottle, drink it all to yourself, and then just fill it back up with Kirkland whiskey, dude.
Yeah. It's sort of at the end of the night when everybody's palate is already fucking toasted.
$5 a head to smell the cork.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit. That'll tell you if you like it or not, huh?
Right. Yeah.
You ever heard of just sniffing the fumes for a certain amount of time actually does get you drunk for a few minutes?
Dude, I believe it 1,000%.
Straight up.
What is it? The necrotic disgorgement guys? Is it Ben? I think that he's got some pretty good homemade moonshine, man.
Yeah.
And then, bro, it's like it tastes just like grape Kool-Aid or apple pie or even just regular. Yeah, like 5 jars, dude. I had one little mellow sip, and then all the fumes, my eyebrows kind of shriveled up, my eyelashes started curling. And then the second one, I had a little bit more because it was smoother than I thought, And then next thing you know, I started feeling the little started getting warm, and I had to play within a couple hours, so that put a stop to it real quick.
So good.
And then of course after I play, I'm like, hey bro, you got any more of that left? He's like, sorry, all gone. So at least I got to try it, but it would have been nice to see what kind of buzz the stuff gave you, because they all give you different buzzes, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was smooth though. Moonshine is not always fire water. Sometimes it's
I've had a moonshine that was fucking smooth and delicious.
Totally.
And it came in a fucking peanut butter jar or some shit.
Yep.
So good.
Throw it on some ice cream, huh?
Well, they got that moonshine shit with the it's blueberries or strawberries.
Yeah.
Shit fucking wasted.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, and when you just you just want a little bit of love, just get the cherry and
that's it.
Half a shot at a time.
What like, have you been drinking? No, I've been eating.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my nerves are a little bit calmed down and the blood's a little thinner, boys.
Yeah.
I'm not so much scared of moonshine as I am Everclear. That was one time where I was like, we're losing control.
Well, Everclear was responsible for us potentially
the darkest day
show in New Orleans. Yeah,
the
only show that was almost canceled was 100% because of Everclear
before the show even started.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And not canceled because bands didn't make it. Canceled because bands were hammered and getting kicked out of the club.
We were showing up, not even sound check yet, and they're like, "Do we need to shut this down right now?"
Well, yeah. So if, for those that don't know, because I don't think we've ever actually told the story, we're in New Orleans in 2012, and the air was so thick it felt like you were swimming.
Yeah, you could shoot the air.
Yeah, and these motherfuckers got up at like 11 in the morning and were drinking Everclear all day. I get to the club at 4 o'clock, and the owner of the club is screaming. I see Troy and I see fucking Jared from Archaic, and I think that was just the two of them. And the owner, the chick, is screaming at him how she's going to cancel the show, blah, blah. Apparently, Archaic's bassist at the time, Ivan, had gone behind the bar,
Chupacabra,
poured himself a drink, and then smacked the bartender in the ass, the girl, which they don't like, by the way. If anybody's thinking about doing that shit, it doesn't go over well.
Yeah.
So
do it after you play.
Yeah, exactly. He got socked in the face and carried out by fucking security as I was walking in, and
Yay!
then
Professor!
The
What's up, dude?
professor is in the house, dude.
What's up,
Yeah.
everybody?
What's happening? Hesh is fucking looking good, Mr. Longhair.
Thanks, dude.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
you got a little salt with that pepper or what, dude?
All day long, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know we like it spicy.
Look at you kings just holding court in here, dude. Fucking
Yeah.
Cali death.
Exactly.
All
Hey, man,
right.
The grasshopper eventually shows up, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm here to fucking party for a little bit. Let's go.
Nice,
What's good,
dude.
guys? Yeah, I was listening a little bit on the way home, so
We're just talking about the crazy aspects of being in New Orleans on tour and
Everclear.
losing control and drinking Everclear.
Oh yeah. So to finish it really quick, our driver / merch guy / roadie James.
Shout out James. Love you, James.
Stacey,
Hell
he was wearing booty shorts that said
Mhm.
"Who dat" across the ass. He had like a pink tank top on, and he's like 5'6" and like stocky as fuck, beard. He was wearing a sachet, like a Miss Universe sachet.
Yeah.
He had the beads,
Love
like
it.
he'd been showing his titties to everybody.
Yeah.
And what else did he have in
Not
his
his
getup? Oh,
titties.
and his thing was he would do like calisthenics, like stretches and shit. And every time his balls would pop out of the booty shorts. So he'd do like he'd put his
But he
hands
would
on
be
his
doing
hip.
it for like traffic.
In
Traffic
the
would be
intersection.
driving by, and he's just doing
Yeah.
it for the drivers that are going by for him.
Right. So I walk into the club, and I see the fucking owner screaming at Troy, my drummer, and the singer for Archaic. Ivan is being carried out of the club crying, and his face is all red. He's like, he punched me. And then fucking
And then James,
as the woman is screaming at Troy, threatening to shut the show down, she stops mid-sentence and she points at James and goes, "And what the fuck is with the guy in the booty shorts, huh?" And that's what it just became comedy. That was fucking comedy gold right there. So
Yeah.
that
You
was
saved the day,
all
huh?
over clear.
and then even fast forward to the end of that night, dude, when we're loading out, and
Oh,
that dude,
fuck.
that guy fucking pulled a gun on us, dude.
So
What?
You're right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Anybody
So-
who's been to New Orleans knows that the streets are half
Very
as
narrow.
wide as they can be or should be.
Oh yeah.
And we had our fucking van parked right out back or right out front of the club so we can unload. And it was blocking traffic. And some dude, some old black dude who looked like he was like 65, 70. He was about 6'5" or taller. He was tall as fuck. He's fucking honking his horn. Murray's like, "Shut the fuck up." And fucking this dude gets out of his car, and Murray gets up to his face, and
Then
the
the
dude's
dude-
like, "Get your fucking car out of the fucking way," blah blah.
Yeah.
Murray's like, "What's up, dude? Fucking blah blah blah." And this guy goes around to his trunk, opens his trunk, pulls out a bag that says "police" in giant letters across the bag, pulls out a fucking gun, gets on his cell phone, and goes, "Fuck!" He's talking
I'm
to
being
somebody. who's
surrounded.
Like, yeah,
I'm
I'm
being
surrounded by a bunch of white dudes, and I'm probably gonna have to use excessive force. That's what he fucking said.
Yeah.
And at that point, that's when we all grabbed Murray and fucking picked him up out of the way and got the
Right,
bus
right.
out or the van out of the way so he could drive by. But
Yeah, got up on the sidewalk or something, huh?
Yeah, dude.
and it was fucking pouring
And at
rain
that time,
while
dude,
it was like 110 degrees.
It's like 2 a.m. and the whole day that we've just talked about happened, and I'm just like, fuck, dude, this is true voodoo, guys. Like, we caught the voodoo coming to
Yeah.
NOLA, dude.
It was better than the vid, bro. Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever had a gun pulled on us at a show.
Yeah, up
Oh,
to that
no.
point. Up to that point,
Never had that
Vegas was
happen
the
before.
wildest weekend for me. No, dude, NOLA takes the cake, dude.
Dude,
You're gonna get some serious. James got fucking swindled by a blind. What are the guys in the streets that do shit? He was blind, and James felt bad for him. We gave him $20, and then I see the guy go down and do the same spiel to like the next. And I'm like, that dude probably makes fucking hundreds of dollars walking up and down Bourbon Street, dude.
Yeah. I guess that Rip Van Winkle bourbon at the end of the day, huh?
Yeah.
So, Professor, what up, dude? How are you, bro?
I'm good. I just got off from teaching, you know.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones theme song is big hit these days back at the music school because of
Is
the
it
show.
really?
Exactly.
Like that one?
Yeah.
It's a well-composed song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Do they use that for the new song, the new show too?
Yeah, they kept it.
do.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. It's the same song.
I don't have HBO Max right now, so I haven't seen the new one.
It's pretty sick.
The music is as good as Game of Thrones, but the titties aren't. There's like a fucking. It's like they banned titties.
The last
weird,
episode
off
was
to a weird
directed by-
start, yeah, but it's.
I'm used to titties and dragons, and we got dragons out the ass. No,
but
titties.
yeah, it's so weird. Yeah,
Just tone it down on the dragons, guys. Let's bring back some titties.
It's better than
they're telling
Lord of the Rings shit that they put out. That is fucking terrible.
Which one is that?
The last episode.
Oh, the Lord of the Rings one. I know it's so bad, dude.
I couldn't even get through 3. I got through 3 episodes.
The very last episode shows the creation of Mordor, and that was pretty cool. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I'm with Gilbert. And the third one was the worst, and I was like, dude, this is terrible.
Dude.
But it started to climb back out a little bit after that, and now it's finally good again. But yeah,
I hate it, dude.
Third episode, I was like, fuck this bullshit.
Hopefully they
it's
keep
so
the
bad.
momentum that they fucking started with the last
Happened, yeah.
episode, because it was actually pretty good. It redeemed all the other ones.
When they finally got out of Numenor, dude, that was just like a dead end, bro. Like,
Yeah, Numenor. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Fucking shoot me. That was just awful. Get that guy back from fucking from New Orleans.
Yeah, make some shit happen, huh?
Who dat?
Who dat?
That's too funny.
Mike Gilbert, did you play that show at Broadway Studios in San Francisco with Severed Savior? Because
I don't know.
That was another. It was Deeds of Flesh, Severed Savior, Soul Asunder, and a gun got pulled out at that show too.
I heard about that. I don't know if I was at that show. I don't remember.
Okay, so
Was that Troy? Was that
You talking about the Pound? At the Pound?
No, it was at Broadway Studios on Broadway.
We were talking about another Deeds of Flesh show that another gun got pulled out on.
Dude, every time I saw Deeds of Flesh, something violent happened. There was a knife at a show. There was the punching of Jacoby on the stage. And
I heard about that.
We were there. We played that show. Yeah.
So that was
Wild,
3 times
dude.
the Deeds of Flesh show. So it was a bad train of.
And where was that? What was
Broadway
the venue?
Studios?
I
Was
was
that-
at that show. What was the
Broadway,
show
you
that
said?
was
It was called Broadway Studios, and it was on Broadway Street.
You mean it was off Broadway or on Broadway?
Yeah,
It's
it
right
was
across
on
the street from the
Broadway.
Stone.
No, dude, that's where my
Opening?
posse is.
What?
My posse's on Broadway.
Oh, Posse's on Broadway.
Was it? Was it? No. Was it?
Yes, dude.
Was that the birthday party show thing that Severed opened for
That
Deeds?
was
Yes.
yeah.
I was there
Yeah.
too. With David and I were there.
That was in 2004.
Yes,
right after
I
that was
was
our
there.
first show
I
back
just moved
from
up there. I've
from the
talked about it
Campbell tour.
before. There was a violent moment that night.
Yeah.
I wasn't even there. What
There was a
happened?
gun at that show as well.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I
And
was
there
like,
was a
"Dog."
fight at that show as well, where the singer of
What
Soul
the
Center,
fuck?
Micah, got into a fight at that show as well.
People need to chill out,
Jeez.
dude.
Right, dude. Like,
I don't.
Shout out to Murray, by the way, on that
Crazy.
tour
Come on, man.
for sticking up for you guys and getting a gun pulled out. That's pretty sick.
Murdog's always got our back, dude. There's been multiple
yeah.
times where I'm like, yo, it's really sick to have Murdog in your corner, dude, because he'll fucking
Oh,
he'll,
dude,
fucking-
yeah.
He had a
he'll flex
6'8"
on anybody, dude.
He had a 6'8" fucking cop pull a gun on him, and he didn't give a fuck.
And he
was like,
laughed
"What's
in
up?"
his face.
Yeah,
dude.
basically.
Dude, yeah, Murray's. You'd
Jesus.
walk into the Pound and see Murray standing right in the middle, and you go, "All right, everything's okay, Murray."
The real bouncer.
Straight up,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
The actual bouncer. No.
Cheers
Yeah,
to
I remember-
Murdog, dude.
The
I remember we
promoter of
played.
those shows was not coughing up cash. I think at a couple of those shows, and I just remember Murray right away going, Am I roughing him up or what? No, it's like that.
Hey, there comes a time.
Right?
There's been
Take
some
him
of
to it. Take him to his ATM, bro. Make him show you ain't got no money on.
Yeah, you bet your ass, man. Fucking
Yeah.
we had bring me the fucking go get your father. We'll go fucking to the ATM together. You fucking
Yeah.
That's brutal, dude. We've actually had a few of those with promoters and shit.
Oh yeah.
Where
Oh, yeah,
actually
dude.
Hamilton, he had to get a little frisky with the promoter because he basically made that dude's mom write us a check, dude.
Fucking right, man. Hey, whatever
Yeah.
it takes.
It's fucking
Well, say you're gonna pay up.
Dude,
Right.
that mom was so pissed off, dude. She was so
My goodness.
You're like waking her up. She comes out with curls and shit. Signing checks.
How many?
I have to write a check.
I was talking to all my.
time.
I was on a 3-way call with 2 of my girlfriends, and you made me come out and do this.
How many moms do you think have had to write checks for like their son's metal bands? Like,
Oh, it's probably way more than people would think.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the pay to play thing. I'm sure that is what a lot of that is. You pay to play, or well, if you can't come up with the money, maybe parents will come in, which gives them the opportunity. As a parent, I could see, okay, if I got the cash, he's out here doing something, he's not getting into trouble. He's out here trying to be a performer and all that shit. I'll entertain that situation for a little bit,
Well, you go from soccer mom to rocker mom, dude.
Oh shit, dude!
Oh my
perfect.
God.
That's so good, dude.
That's why you're here.
They sell
Dude.
stickers where the S and the fucking second C crossed out to make it a rocker mom. They have the stickers at the
way.
school. Yeah,
That's
for sure.
fucking rad, dude.
Wow.
I back that for sure.
Yeah. I will say there's a lot less kids starting garage bands in their literal garages, and a lot more kids going to these rock schools. And like, it kind of is cool in some ways, but I kind of miss what I got to have. I'm like, I wish that my students were actually getting something other than what I'm literally providing them. I'm like, you should be doing this by yourselves with your friends,
Hey man, it takes a coach to do that, and fucking if you're coaching them, that's fucking if they don't know, and you're in that position to let them know, that's good. Good for you.
Well, the main thing is it's good for the fucking neighbors to not have a garage pissing everybody off. It's like cool that it's somewhere, like that. But it's crazy. Our school's like fucking what do they call it? It's closed access. Like we have to let everyone in, closed campus now. And we all had training and shit, and everyone's on fucking edge right now. It's been pretty gnarly. So I wish the kids felt a little more safe and free and everything. But it's still like
shout out.
You get the kids. You get the kids in, and then you have to lock it down basically while everybody's
it's
in
just
there.
the door you just like lock it after everyone comes in. Yeah, it's just always locked. And we can see in, we can see out, but they can't see in. So we just get everyone like coming up like, what's going on? Like we're just like, haha, they don't know we can see them.
Hey guys, just real quick, I want to shout out. We're getting rated again, and I just thank you so much. I don't know how this works. Joel's gone tonight, so I'm like the substitute.
Who rated us, bro?
Joel's the IT guy.
He bounced.
Dude, we're getting rated. Just the thanks, guys. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
It doesn't tell you.
You could like,
Max Anonymous.
I'm trying to do the chat and everything, and dude, it's
Max.
like, I can't do it all.
I think it says so on
Shout out
Twitch.
Max,
But we don't always.
Oh shit! What's the?
There he is.
Oh, it's Max! Yay!
Max.
Awesomeness! Awesome.
Oh, Joshua Travis rated too.
We're here.
It was me.
Feedback on
I rated you.
Oh, you're awesome.
Hell yeah, dude! Thanks, Max.
I don't know if you guys saw the raid from earlier. I tried to kind of help bring Joshua Travis over there.
Oh, sweet, dude. Thanks,
70
dude.
people.
JT?
Yeah, Joel. I don't know what I'm doing, but Joel like usually does that. So I'm sorry, like if I missed it.
Sorry, Joshua, for not giving you the shout out earlier, but thank
wasn't
you
intentional.
so much.
Yeah,
He was super shot. His chat made him play one of his hardest songs 3 times in a row. So.
Damn.
Crazy. Like the song that he hates to play. It's kind of funny.
Wow. So this is Max Seaman from Anomalous fame, Twitch fame. What up, y'all?
Phenomenal
How's it
guitarist.
going? Fuck yeah.
What's happening?
I am honored to be here.
Yes, dude.
I'm honored to be here with you, dude.
The star-studded cast up here.
Totally, dude. I mean, we could have asked, so many people, but I was like, there's certain people that made an impact on me personally throughout
Certain
this.
people that'll say yes to coming on here.
I'll tell you right now, dude, I'm actually very stoked in being able to say that everybody I asked, maybe 80% said yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Another 20%.
Joel, dude. Where's Joel?
Joel's, I know he's at a show right now.
Okay, we don't need Joel. It's fine.
He had priorities.
We do need him. We do need him.
Hey guys, let's welcome Paul to the podcast.
Oh my god, dude.
Now we're maxed out 10,
Anthony.
but it's a wonderful.
Hey Paul, how are you, bro?
maximum.
I'm good, man. How are you guys? How's the anniversary going on?
Dude, we're partying right
so
now,
fun.
dude. We're having a great time,
We are
dude.
chilling.
That's awesome, man. That's a milestone.
I know, dude. It feels great to be at this point, and especially to not know that we would have ever gotten here, and right now being able to talk to all of you guys at the same time. It's really, truly a blessing for what we've done,
Totally,
So
dude.
I feel very good right now with all of your guys' company, and this is a great celebration, guys. Cheers
Black
to
guy.
you guys. Cheers to us.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Love all you guys.
All right.
But
No more diving, so we're good.
let's go around the horn real quick, just so you know.
Cheers.
Paul.
Up,
So
dude.
right next to you, if you see it the same way I do, right? He sees it the same way I do, right, Casey?
Yeah.
So me in the left corner, right next to me is Mike
Yeah.
DeSalvo. He was with Cryptopsy. He's in Coma Cluster Void.
Dude.
A great vocalist. That's
Cool.
Mike DeSalvo.
Yes.
Yeah.
On your other side, you got Diego from Disgorge, a fucking the most brutal California death metal band that's ever
Nice.
been created.
Diego's
What's
in
up,
the
PR?
What's up, bro?
Nice to
then
meet
you
you,
got-
man.
And then you got Joseph on the other end. Joseph, you weren't on the episode with him, huh? So he's actually the fourth host of the show too. Joseph, AKA the Professor. He is
Yeah.
he's our guy too.
Yeah.
Underneath me is Nate from Ontogeny. That is a super homie, Bay Area legend in my
Oh, you're
mind for
inspiration,
sure.
man. You're the best, Paul.
Right on, brother.
Right next to him is Max Seaman. They used to be in a band called Anomalous. Now they're doing their own thing. Max is doing this. Oh, hey, is Anomalous coming back, guys? Oh shit! All right, that's really exciting, guys. That is super exciting.
Another anomaly.
Well, yeah, dude. Max is a super shredder, dude. This guy, he'll you put a Holdsworth song on, he'll fucking freestyle shred over it the whole fucking time.
I love
dude.
that you're holding your guitar. Are you jamming right now?
I actually was just streaming on Twitch, and I tried to gather a group together to.
Oh,
raid
awesome.
Cali Death. I just haven't taken it off yet, but I see Mike Gilbert over there holding his guitar.
I feel better now.
I'm gonna grab my guitar too.
There you go, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, Nate.
But yeah, Max is
Oh shit.
Max is literally one of those guys where you put on anything, that guy can shred over it all, dude.
That's
And
sick.
I love that
I'll
about
fake
him,
it
dude.
till I make it. I'll trick you.
Then of course you know the man in the middle at
Oh,
the bottom,
sweet.
Casey Howard. What up?
Nice.
And then
household name.
and then to the right of him is Troy Fullerton. He's the drummer of my other band, Severed Savior.
Oh, nice.
Fucking super sick drummer, dude.
What's up, man?
And then Gilbert, dude, I'm so glad that I can introduce you guys right now, dude. Mike Gilbert from Severed Savior, the band that I was just talking about. Paul Gilbert, dude, and Paul Masvidal. You're fucking.
Paul Gilbert, dude.
That was a Freudian. It was kind of Freudian.
Paul
right?
Masvidal mixed with Mike Gilbert equals Paul Gilbert.
Right.
Now he looks like a Gilbert with a mustache, dude. Totally.
Yeah, dude. Gilbert is actually. I'll say Gilbert's the reason why I fell in love with Cynic back in the day.
Oh,
He is the reason.
Yeah, basketball.
Paul, I have go Diego. It's fine.
Go ahead. No,
Let's go. Let's go.
I was tagging on to Anthony.
Thanks, Gilbert.
He's correcting me
Paul,
from
Paul,
Thanks for turning us on to Anthony.
Paul, I've been a disciple since '93, just so you know.
Oh, rad.
And I
Berkeley show.
currently play regularly, like every stream, Veil of Maya, Sentiment, I'm But a Wave 2, including both solos, yours and Jason's solos. How Could I play The Unknown Guest. You've been one of my primary influences since 1993, and thank you very much.
Yeah, Shredder for sure, man.
Legendary, man. Legendary.
Yes, sir. Seen you guys with Cannibal fucking in San Diego.
I saw them with Cannibal too.
Yeah, super good, huh?
Life changing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was rad.
You were in death, bro. Death.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are complimenting him so much that he can't. His vocals aren't even coming through when he responds. It's just how it works. But it's like so sick. He deserves it, and it's so fun. This is so fucking badass.
So good. Well, hey guys, I'm playing Vegas with Cephalotropsy tomorrow, so I gotta everything I gotta freaking do. You guys know how you roll.
Coming on,
it was
we
great
love you, man.
seeing you,
Oh,
Wizard.
yeah. Love you guys, and nice to see the OGs on here too, man. You guys fucking paved the way for us for sure.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
All
right,
right,
bro.
Wizard.
Good to see
And
you.
Professor,
Diego.
I'll see you in Colombia, Professor.
Hell yeah, dude. I
Yeah.
got my
All right, bro.
passport tomorrow.
Yeah.
Passport
Hey,
appointment.
Do those stretches.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, love you guys.
Love you
Love you
too,
too,
bro.
Everybody.
Yeah, man.
Gentlemen, I got to bounce too. I got to work at 6 a.m. So
Oh,
shit,
dude.
dude.
Mike,
Mike,
thank you so
Mike.
much, dude.
Mike
Go to Mike.
DeSalvo, I just wanted to say, Mike DeSalvo, you're part of the best era of Cryptopsy. It changed.
Oh,
my life.
thank
Roger
you.
that.
Saw you guys
Oh,
at the
yeah.
Great American Music Hall in San Francisco in like 2002.
Oh yeah.
Freaking,
So
and then
good, dude.
and then you'll.
Oh yeah, that's a
and-
place that was by the water or something. Is that?
No, the Great American Music Hall was like kind of downtownish.
Isn't that on Broadway?
It's possibly, I don't remember, but
It was.
Yeah.
I was on that tour.
it was the And Then You'll Beg tour.
Huh. It's like I remember that there was a place called Crocodiles or something
In
Club
San
Carpentry?
Francisco?
in San Fran. Yeah, I know. We played that place twice. We played a place that was this fucking huge joint down by the water or something.
Huh.
I don't remember that place per se. Fuck. I mean, this so long
So
ago.
good, dude.
Yeah.
But Whisper Supremacy and Then You'll Beg are like the sickest goddamn albums. Like,
Thank you.
people need to know. Like those
Still.
two albums are
People do know.
different.
They do.
Freaking Emaciate, one hell of a song, dude.
Awesome.
Hey, when Emaciate started, like the first time everybody, it's one of those things like, you know where you were the first time you heard that shit.
Yeah.
And it was monumental. It was a
Yeah.
fucking holy shit. Who the fuck are these guys? That was amazing.
Well, dude, Mike DeSalvo, dude,
Thank
I
you,
love
guys.
you. I love you so much, dude.
Okay,
and
Mike, you're
thank you
always
so much
great.
for spending time with us.
Anthony, thank you so much, guys. Honestly, thank you so much
yeah.
for having me on the show. And it's I'm fucking super proud to be here. And you guys should be super proud of your 100th episode.
Thanks,
I'm
homie.
stoked for
You're
you
the
guys.
best, dude.
And it was great hanging with you guys all night, man. Awesome.
Always,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
Always. We'll talk to you again, man.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
talk to you
sure.
soon, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Everybody.
Take care, guys.
Rock on, Mike.
Cheers.
Yeah, dude.
Later on, dude.
Peace, dude.
So, Paul, dude, now that you're in here, I want to talk to you a little bit about what your SoCal experience has been like recently.
Down in the real SoCal.
Right.
I guess
What have you been up to?
because LA is, I guess, not LA's SoCal, but it's not really, huh? It's not
Right.
proper SoCal.
Uh-huh.
That's where I've been most of my life. But I love it down here, man. I'm down here at my brother's place, and I've just been practicing a lot, just playing a lot of guitar. Yeah, playing and just arranging stuff for next year because we're doing this 30th anniversary of Focus stuff.
Monumental, dude.
Yeah.
We're talking about 2-year anniversary of the show. Look at that, dude. 30-year anniversary of Focus, guys.
Who's playing second guitar?
It's a big one. So we're gonna be touring the fucking whole world, basically.
Who's playing second guitar with you? Mike was asking.
It's Max Phelps.
Oh, rad. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's toured with us before. He's an old friend and stuff. And Brandon's
a guest on this show as well.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Brandon's gonna play bass on it.
Yeah, Brandon's toured with us.
Great.
When we toured, it was Max and Brandon.
BG.
Yeah. Nice. Dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon.
Oh, we love Brandon. Yeah.
That's actually a guy that I wanted to get on tonight, but I forgot to message him. But sorry, Brandon. I love you, dude. You were great. You were a great guest as well, but it got so chaotic with how many people were saying yes. I was like, oh shit, how are we gonna do all this tonight? This is great. This is perfect. This has literally been perfect, dude.
That's cool.
Oh,
yeah. So you guys had a lot of people come in and out tonight.
Yeah.
It's been chill.
Got a good amount of people, dude.
Chill. Yeah.
Nice.
Just we were representing our scene, the beginning of the show, and also a few of our favorites. Now that you're on, it's probably my all-time favorite episode, guys. I'm gonna be serious. That literally was
so
amazing.
You guys have done 100 episodes in 2 years.
2 years, dude. We've only missed 4 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
And even when we say we missed 4 weeks, there's still side episodes that happened that we didn't call official episodes. So really, there's an episode probably for every week of the last 2 years of our show.
That's insane. Wow, man.
Yeah,
Good
dude.
for you guys.
Totally, dude. But I want to get back into you. So you're saying you're getting ready for next year. That sounds very exciting because I'd love to see Cynic again.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like a anniversary / memorial kind of vibe, like obviously. So we're doing the shows and we're gonna do the focus vibe and then bust out some other stuff, and it's gonna be kind of a combination of like a memorial celebration of life and then like honoring the record, because like the thing I realize is, these two homies that died in 2020, we didn't really have any public anything for them. Everything was just kind of low key.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a way to bring the fans together and like honor them. We're going to probably have a little movie, like an intermission with a little movie on their life and shit and stuff. And we're working out all this cool stuff to make it special,
That's awesome, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. It's going to be cool. I'm excited. It's like I haven't played this stuff, especially the focus stuff, in fucking forever. And I'm like, playing it again gets me like, I feel excited, I'm like, oh yeah, these are cool tunes. It's like,
right.
It's like you kind of get the vibe going again. It's like, yeah, okay. Sure. It's like it's bittersweet in a way, but it's, it feels good to play this stuff. I'm like finally getting to that point where I can actually execute the music and not be like, do you know what I mean? Like it's coming out where it feels natural, and it's taken a while because I haven't really played that much since we made Ascension Codes. Like I just kind of put the guitar down. I was so fried and I did this little playthrough thing. But other than that, like I haven't been actively playing, and now to just kind of be totally in it, it's like, it feels good. It feels like I'm like, oh yeah, music heals. This is why I'm a musician. It
totally, dude.
It helps,
for sure, dude.
And I was gonna say two things on that. One, I've already said it earlier, but distance makes the heart grow fonder. The classic, saying where you distance yourself from something that you love, it will recharge it. But also to be an artist that is 30 years down the road from material that you created and still be able to fall in love with that art, that is probably all of us, everybody that's been on the show, plus all the artists that we've talked to, plus all the artists that we haven't. That is like really what you would want as an artist, to still have a connection with your art even 30 years later, and focus
sometimes.
And the whole Cynic catalog to me is stellar, dude. It all each level of Cynic has always had its spot in me personally. With Focus, though, I always harken back to harken back to Farkin. Yes, I've had plenty to drink tonight. But Focus is one of those things I told you on our episode, you know, how much I still connect with that album today. And being an artist who never really can fully connect. I mean, I'm connected with everything that I've done, but I'm saying, you know how it is. We're always our own worst critic, all that stuff. To get 30 years down the road and then replay your old stuff and say, oh yeah, dude, this feels good.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that we're all looking for.
Man.
That's the main thing we're all looking for, dude.
Yeah, like I'll tell you, if it didn't feel good, I probably wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like it's gotta feel like it's coming from the right place, you know? And it feels like that. I'm like, oh, fucking, this shit's cool and weird. It's got
dude.
The vibes are right. And it's like even going, because we remix Focus, you know, and it's going to come out next year, right when these tours start. And I was like, dude. And hearing that stuff, I'm like, you know, it's just kind of made me realize like all the stuff we did in Focus, especially because the demos were more thrashy and punk, and then the 91 demo was more death metal. But then by Focus, we kind of had all the ingredients that became like the language for Cynic moving forward. Because like you listen to any record and it's like all there in Focus, you know, it's like it's kind of we set up this palette.
It was such a treat to pay attention to you on your social media during that process too, because we all got little snippets of what it was like in the studio remixing it, and and then realizing, oh yes, dude, this remix will be the remix of all remixes.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It's so sick sounding.
Nice.
It's like rip your face off mixes, you know. It's just like the drums, especially, you know, the low end is a huge thing because the way it was mixed it had that, you know, and Scott Burns, I love him to death and he was awesome, but it had that kind of 90s sound, you know.
There was no sub bass in any of his mixes.
Yeah.
There was no bass below like 100 hertz.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so now you feel like it's Sean in the room, you know. It's like the drums are just like really fat and real, you know, like the kicks are just like there's body.
What's
like
the guy's name that you're working with to remix it? What's his name?
Warren Riker.
So
he did Traced in Air and he did Ascension Codes as well, and he's done a lot of records, down stuff, and just he's a working mixer. He's really a busy guy. He's great.
I had tuned into one of your lives on Instagram, and I remember you talking about, you know, how he is basically doing unheard of things with the mix, like because it's all see I'm a dummy when it comes to talking about mixes and stuff, but taking something from the early 90s and how solidified it was in that version of recording, and then him being able to crack the code and kind of find these things. How does that happen though? Like, how do you is it analog that you guys were recording in at the time?
It was originally dumped from tapes to, you know, we had it digitized, and we did that back in 2005 when Roadrunner did a reissue of Focus. Like we kind of had everything dumped into like just turned into WAV files, and then we had Pro Tools sessions. But yeah, I mean, Warren, he spent a lot of time just alone. I mean, I trust him. I'm at a point with this guy where he knows the language, I think, of Cynic, and he knows, like, for example, a record like Focus, it's like, nothing's really featured, right? In the sense that everything's featured. It's like, it's not like this is the main guitar part and this is the main bass part. It's like everybody's kind of on display and has to be kind of equally served, you know.
It's orchestrated.
Yeah,
it's orchestrated.
Yeah, it's like a very, and Warren really got a hold of that, and it was interesting because for him, having come from Ascension Codes, he was like, man, this is like a cakewalk, other than like, because it's way more simple. Focus is more just like 2 guitar parts, drums and bass, and then whatever keys stuff we did. It's more in your face, you know. It's not this like crazy super layered thing that like Ascension Codes is, but it's enough to where he knew. I think where he spent the most time was really getting that low end, like finding it and manufacturing it. He had to kind of create it out of what he had from the drums. And it was like, that was where he spent the most time, was just getting that the bottom kind of to sit, because it wasn't there, you know, in the album, the original mix. So it was like, so I just gave him all the space he needed. And I spent a lot of time in the like tracking room, just like doing emails and talking to people and playing guitar. I wasn't really like, you know, like over his shoulder. Cause I knew he knew what he needed to do. You know, it was just like, let him just, and he got in there and like, I would come in the room once in a while and he'd play stuff. And I was like, there it is. You know, it was like, which is a nice place to be, where you have that kind of trust with a mixer, you know, where they just, they get it.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
that's very hard to come by, dude.
Yeah.
Was he a fan of the album before he started remixing it?
Yeah, he was.
Because I think there's so many nuances, and so, you know, it was always been one of those albums where every time you listen to it, you can hear something new that you didn't hear before.
Yeah.
And that's one of the greatest things about that album, is that it's got such a replay value, you know?
Right. And
so
that's
somebody who is a fan of it
now. Yeah, I think there's even more, like, you're going to hear more details that you never heard. Like, it's kind of all these new little things emerging that were like, wow, I forgot about that, you know, like, because I haven't listened to the raw tracks, and now hearing the mixes, it's like, so yeah, it's just a lot more, you know. It's one of those things where I also said to him, like, we don't want to sterilize it with the EQing, because some of these records are so EQ'd to the point where it's so separated with a lot of the technical stuff that it doesn't sound like a band anymore. It gets too like, everything's just perfectly like in its own.
Sounds like MIDI music or something.
Yeah. And it's like so I kind of wanted to keep that edge, because it really, that record is also 4 guys in a room, like playing their ass off, you know, there's real performances. So it was like, it straddles that line of feeling like very edgy and raw, but also like crazy finesse EQ and shit, you know. It's like, it's good, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys are going to be psyched. I think it sounds amazing. It's fucking huge.
I can't wait, dude.
Can I give like a backwards compliment here? I didn't really realize who you were when you came on. I didn't know that Cynic was going to be on here. And I'm ashamed to say I probably have listened to the least amount of Cynic on the people that are on the screen. But the song Textures, man, back when searching for heavy music and finding all the stuff that's different than blues and Metallica and all that song opened my mind in a different way. Along, you know, finding Holdsworth and Meshuggah at the same time and hearing that song Textures, I was like, the possibilities. We don't have to follow anything. Like, listen to this. Holy
That's
crap.
cool. Do anything.
That song is pivotal for me. So
Yeah, dude. That is definitely a song that I've listened to hundreds of times, dude.
And just another thing. I saw you guys with Meshuggah and the Faceless.
Oh, nice.
And bumping this shirt the whole time.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, dude.
And that was the first time I saw or heard of, was Timon, the other guitar player at the time?
Oh, yeah, Timon.
Yeah. And his playing also blew me away. And
the Exvixius.
Yeah, and then
how you say
Nate over here showed me Exvius.
Exvius, there you go. I added an extra syllable in there.
That show was huge, actually, because I didn't get to see Cynic when I discovered Cynic in like '96 or something. so I didn't get to see Cynic live. So when Trace Denaire came out and you toured for that album, it was like, yeah, I get to see it. The legends are back, you know. And
yes, dude.
It was such a good show too. You played just the
I shared that feeling so much, dude, when that
That's
happened.
Cool. Yeah, we were lucky. The first 2 tours we really did for Trace Denaire were Opeth in Europe and Meshuggah in the US. So it was like good way to kind of get things going again, you know?
Right. Was it the Between the Buried and Me tour that you guys did Veil and Maya front to back? Was
yeah,
that it,
I think,
or was it Meshuggah?
No,
I'm not Veil and Maya.
I mean Focus.
I'm
we
smoking.
did the Focus
I'm just
front
drinking
to
too much
back.
tonight.
I think we did like because there was a Decibel Hall of Fame thing tour that we did when we released Retraced, and that's when we were doing like a lot of Focus sets.
Yeah,
you know,
you
like
did. I remember seeing you twice at Slim's, Meshuggah and you guys in the Faceless, and then Between the Buried and Me and you guys as well. I can't remember which one was the Focus up front, and then after that was some Trace Denaire, retraced stuff. You did some retraced stuff, which is really cool.
It was probably the BT Bam one, I think.
And you also got me to do yoga too. We were all doing yoga in the crowd.
Cool. Yeah, I met Brandon on that tour. You know, that's like when we became friends and stuff. And
super
all the
cool, dude.
Faceless guys. Yeah.
It was also awesome. Great seeing you on the Death to All tour too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw Meshuggah coming back out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just saw him 2 days ago in San Francisco. They were, they're Meshuggah. They're the best. You know?
So wait, are they gonna
Catch 33?
Shit, did I miss them? I don't think they were playing SD, but they were playing LA, weren't they?
Yeah. I think that's tomorrow night.
Right around San Francisco. So if they
is it tomorrow? Shit,
you've got time.
You've got time.
The return of Frederick Thorndahl too. So that was, great to have Frederick Thorndahl come back. But
yeah.
What, do they do tours without him?
They did a tour with Pure Nielsen.
With Pure Nielsen.
Yeah.
He's an amazing guitar player. He's probably the best fit for being able to replace Frederick as far as.
So why is that though? Why doesn't Frederick come out with them all the time?
He doesn't want to. He's just been burnt on touring.
Yeah.
And he built a sick studio.
Soul Niger Within, dude. That fucking record, the Special Defects, so fucking sick, guys.
So sick.
If you're a Meshuggah fan and you don't know about that, get your shit together, dude.
If you're a music fan and you don't know about that. That was found at Amoeba Records by me in the Meshuggah section saying, if you like Meshuggah, listen to this.
And that made me also dig and find Matt's Morgan band.
Yeah, dude.
And that
they played with Frank Zappa when they were like teenagers.
Right. It's so sick, dude.
And I heard Frank Zappa just like laughed and wonder and awe. These kids.
Yeah, Paul on that Death All tour, hearing you play those Death songs was really cool, but also seeing the interviews where I watched the Death documentary that came out, and hearing you talk about like coming into Death, and you really can hear how you changed Death's sound too. Like Human is the start to me of when I think Death found Death really pretty much. You brought that, I think, a lot to Chuck and influenced him a lot.
Yeah, well, he was at a crossroads, he had obviously like made those first 3 records, right? Scream Bloody Gore, Leprosy, Spiritual Healing. And he was really kind of burnt on the traditional death metal thing and, the gore lyrics. He was starting to write new things by Spiritual Healing. And I think he was like trying to find a way to kind of expand and make new sounds. And, he knew we were like homies, like he was one of my pen pals and a friend, so, and I was just such a nerd with prog and fucking fusion and weird music. And he was like a little, he wasn't totally like in all the way. He later, like, I feel like Human opened the door to him kind of being more receptive to progressive music, but like and that was the beginning. You know, it was like him entering the domain of like getting more experimental and trying to push the envelope. And of course, Reiner, you know, I mean, that was just next level to have that
Best
kind
drummer ever.
Yeah, I mean, just to play, like, approach the way he approached those riffs, just like set everything up differently. You know, it was like suddenly these songs sounded different. You know. But yeah, it was cool. It was a good timing, man. Like, and Steve, and we just had good chemistry. It was a really special moment for us, you know, as people too. It's like it was a moment in time, you know, like you can never kind of go back to. Like there was real trust, you know, with us. We all like really liked each other and trusted each other and had a real friendship, which I think was helpful, you know.
Totally, dude. It most
so
definitely is helpful.
Yeah.
Because if you're in an outfit with other dudes that you know, like, and you're just on it for a contract and a paycheck, all that shit, you're never ever gonna really want to contribute to it.
I wanted to say that, Paul, and even before we had you on, which was like the greatest episode ever, we had with Steve DiGiorgio, and I got that vibe already from him, and he was just like, he was just like, what was it, the stuff he said in the studio? He was like, you guys are like, you would play this stuff like recording Human and stuff, and then you'd play us, and you're like, stop, and you're like, where are we at? You're like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, we're all high. We're just folks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, weren't they hella baked? Were Steve and Sean baked as fuck for all that?
Were all fucking just smoking so much weed back then. It was like, I mean, and it's amazing to me. You think about because weed tends to, right? It's like, you know, especially that Florida weed, it was just like so down, you know, you're so baked in half speed. And meanwhile, this music is like on fire, you know?
Right.
And it was like, where the fuck was going on here, man? Like,
I remember you mentioning that you guys took acid and did Cynic rehearsals and shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah, we did a lot of
I
acid.
forget how far you went into that, but like, tell me what it's like to be holding a guitar, playing focus material while you're on acid.
Weird. Fucking weird, man. I'll tell you, like, we had some, I mean, I remember one rehearsal where we were tripping really hard and we tried to jam and we couldn't play. Like, it was like it didn't work, you know what I mean? But we've had some that were really special, and I wish like the tape recorder was on or something, because there were some that I still think about to this day that I was like, God, we went into some fucking incredible spaces, like jamming, you know, tripping our ass off. And but yeah,
but then again, it's like cool, maybe that was just for you guys.
Yeah, it was.
It kind of fast forward to now. It's like everybody wants it to videotape an experience on their phone.
Yeah, that's true.
It actually takes their involvement out of that experience, you know.
Just, everything's like now like aloha, dude. It's just like
it is aloha, dude. Straight up.
It's like you just kind of like, you know,
just
like,
fucking live the moment, dude. It doesn't matter who else.
Take your shot, go home.
It doesn't matter who else experiences or witnesses it. Just if you're in one of those moments, just take it to the full maximum, you know.
And in some ways, like, I think it's one of those, you can't capture it, you know, like even if we had recorded it, it probably wouldn't have quite, it's like it was the energy of the space, you know, that we were in. But yeah, and I always say that, like, a lot of Focus's music was informed by Psychedelics, because I was already, you know, I sold acid in high school, you know, so I was like already tripping and experimenting a lot. We all were. And so by the time we were like those demos and then making the record, it was like we had a lot of experience with these medicines, you know, and so it was it definitely came in, you know, it came into the sound. It was part of the experimental, washy, weird aspects of the music, you know.
Well, let me tell you, as a fan back in '93 listening to Focus on acid, Woo! It was something else, dude.
You understood.
That's funny. I've heard that a lot. And you know, who told me a great story is Dylan. What's his name? Dillinger Escape Plan bass player, Liam. He told me he like finally got Cynic when he was tripping, you know, and he was like alone or something in his room, and fucking he put it on. He was like, some dude had given him a cassette, and he was like, fuck it, I'll put it on. And he was like, holy shit, like he finally like got it, you know. And over the years I got a lot of those, you know, emails and letters from people just saying it wasn't until I like.
That's funny. You mentioned Dillinger, because we were talking about early Dillinger, you know, the Under the Running Board and Calculating Infinity Dillinger, late 90s, their monumental shit.
Yeah.
And I was saying how I saw them twice in that era live, and they were really cool to hang out with. And I was talking to Ben and Chris Penny, the drummer at the time.
Yeah.
And I had brought up that, oh, dude, I love the Cynic parts, which they had done, you know, in Sentiment, at the end of Sentiment during the volume fade out, there's the drum beat picks up, you know, where it goes, you know, that little pickup part was something that Dillinger had done in 2 songs. They did it on a Under the Running Board song, and they also did it on a Calculating Infinity song. And the exact same drum change in beat. And cool. I had said it to them, and they knew exactly what I was talking about.
They're like, oh shit, you figured us out, dude.
They were like, oh yeah, Sandbox Magician and whatever the Variations of a Cocktail Dress or whatever the other song
Sandbox Magician.
They knew exactly the parts that I was talking about, and then we bonded on listening to Cynic demo stuff and Focus, and they were huge fans at that time.
Yeah, I remember Chris was around, and he was a friend, and I used to like email with him and talk to him, and he knew Sean as well and stuff. Like he was in our world, and I got tight with Liam over the years and stuff. And I remember seeing them back in the day. A friend from LA took me to a show they played at the Troubadour. This was a long time ago, and he was like, "Here comes the Cynic riff," you know, and it was like they were kind of quoting moments, you know, which was really cool.
Well, it wasn't. They weren't plagiarizing. They were.
Yeah, it was like the style.
It was an homage.
The essence.
That particular drum beat change was not really something that was done before. And they recognized that, and I could tell listening to them that they were saying, "Hey, we're Cynic fans." You know, they threw that beat out there in 2 different songs, and they owned up to it. As soon as I mentioned it, they were like, "Oh yeah, this song and this song, we love it."
Figured this out, dude. This is exactly what we were doing with that.
I mean, if you listen to any metal band, you can hear Cynic now in so many metal bands, especially now. It's like
Paul.
That's why they're my favorite band, dude.
Yeah, they're in metal ether forever. You've inspired.
Is Chris in that
Coheed and Cambria?
Oh, he's in Coheed and Cambria still. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Well, that's a good gig for him.
That's a good gig,
right?
Yeah,
that's a killer band too. I'll go out there right now and say Coheed and Cambria is dope.
Yeah, I don't know their stuff that well. I need to listen to them more. I mean,
some of it is a little too cheesy for me, but there's certain aspects to certain albums where I'm like, oh yeah, these guys know prog. These guys listened to Rush. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
It's an example of like super talented musicians that are great at what they do that I just can't listen to them.
Right. No, I know. You recognize it, but you're like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Which is fine, dude. I mean, getting that gig though, that's the payday right there. If you're going for this as a career, going from Dillinger to Coheed, that's a come up.
Yeah, Coheed are big, and they have like a is it like a cruise ship thing or something? Like
that's cool.
Like they have they created like a metal Cruise.
They're talking about the like 50,000 tons of metal or whatever it is.
I think they have their own like
70.
version of that, but it's
70,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did the 50,000 tons thing,
Okay,
whatever.
sorry.
70,000 tons.
70,000. There it is.
Yeah.
And it keeps going down every year.
I looked it up. It's the SS Never Ender is the name of
SS
the
Never
Coheed
Ender
and Cambria tour.
See,
that's on the boat or whatever.
That's what's up with the professor, dude. He's always got the info. If we're fucking
right,
just talking out of our ass, he's like, no, we're gonna set you guys straight.
Actually,
there's
you guys
a message from another guest that couldn't be here tonight. I don't know if we want to read that right now.
Do you want to read it, Anthony?
Sure, I'll read it right now.
Read it, dude. It's very
all right. I gotta find it.
Poetic. It's awesome.
It's super cool.
Go ahead.
It's did you screenshot it and send it to me? It's in the Cali Death chat, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sorry, I should have had it here. It's from our
or Joseph. Did you want to read it?
Yeah, I got it here.
Oh, you got it, dude. Perfect.
Yes.
It's from Dennis Lensfiskalen, the drummer of Spawn of Possession. He says, "Hey dudes, I'm sorry I couldn't make it tonight to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of the podcast. You brought so many great interviews and conversations to us fans since the start. 100 episodes putting the spotlight on the sickest music on the planet. That's fucking insane. Looking forward to more killer shows in the future. Casey, Joel, Anthony, and Joseph, keep doing what you're doing, and I hope to be on the podcast chatting with you guys soon. Congrats, brothers. All the best."
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, Dennis.
Shout
Love
out.
you, dude.
Cool.
That's what's up, dude.
Cool.
He would have totally been on here if we didn't have a 9-hour difference.
Dude,
Is that what it is? 9 hours.
He was gonna come on, but it was like
all the
3
way
in the
from
morning.
Sweden.
Like, he's in Sweden, so you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cabinet and Noctubulant.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
I remember being
Dude.
like, "What the hell is this Cabinet album going to sound like?" That's a weird name.
Yeah.
right?
But again, guys, thanks for starting this podcast. So having these interviews and having these death metal stories and bringing the people who are in the scene to tell the stories and get these interviews is just, it's made for such great content and hours of listening. I'm a weekly listener, so I thank you guys. It's awesome.
Hell yeah, Nate. Dude.
Yeah,
That makes me feel
on.
good, dude. Dude, having Mongrain on, dude. What the fuck? Having Masvidal, all these guys, Jarzenbeck, like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
Did you guys talk to Mongrain about Cynic and Death? Because Martyr sounds so much like.
That's another thing too, bro. We've gotten an average of 300 hours of talking. I don't remember if we talked about it or not.
I tried to watch the whole thing, but I'm like,
I don't know. It's like I don't even remember. It was just all I know is every minute was like golden. It was like so.
Yeah, no,
so
I'm sure we talked. I'm sure I touched on the obvious influence with Cynic and Death and Atheist and all those Floridian bands with Martyr and stuff. But I don't remember specifically what he had to say about Cynic. But what I do know is that I'm just so happy to be at this position right now on this show with all you guys that I'm here with right now, and just reflecting on a thing that we've put our energy into, our good energy. That's another thing too, is like we had enough good energy to add to a project that we've been working on every single week for the last 2 years.
The progression is sick, dude.
And we've gotten to the point where now I'm hanging with fucking Severed Savior, Anomalous, Ontogeny.
Hey, you're in Severed Savior.
I know.
You're in the band, dude. You made it. It's cool.
I was a fan first. I was a fan first, and I'll always stick by that. But no, dude, and also
I'm just excited. I'm hanging out with Anthony.
Yeah, dude. Straight up, guys. Like this is something that I cherish being able to give a little sliver of my life to. You know, that's why I'm here every single week.
I love your sliver.
That and the flip flops.
I got flip flops on right now, motherfucker.
Me too. Oh yeah, I like brought him out for the podcast. I got flip flops on right now.
Yeah, dude. What up, dude? Joseph.
I'm wearing
coming through, dude. That's what's up, dude.
I'm
It's
wearing
all
board
about-
shorts right now, literally.
It's all about being comfortable and listening to extreme fucking music, dude.
Anthony, when we did our reunion tour in 2012, did you take count of how many people would say, like, yell from the crowd about the sandals or the flip
Yeah.
flop?
Yeah, I didn't take count, but I know that there was plenty. There was even a woman that was so adamant about the fact that I was wearing flip flops that she would talk in between songs, so I would just wiggle my toes at her.
How do you wiggle your toes at somebody? Like, show me. Okay, Anthony. Okay.
Well, she was
Hold on
front
a
row.
second. Hold
She
on a
was
second.
front row, so I
Hold
could
on,
have
okay.
basically put my toes in her
I'm
mouth.
not trying to interrupt at all or anything, but like, wait a minute. What?
Is this a toe
And
reveal moment?
also,
I'm
Arizona
curious.
was so hot that I went barefoot.
Oh, dude.
There was a few barefoot shows that I did too, because it was just
Barefoot's
too much
fine.
to even wear sandals.
Nah, man, barefoot's not fine, bro.
I can't imagine.
Stages
I don't
are
give a
garbage.
fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Walking,
What's up,
walking
Banderos?
barefoot on the kind of stages we
broken
played on.
glass to get tetanus, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude.
Staph
Real quick,
infection.
did you just put up that chat? This podcast made me fall back in love with death metal. Dude.
Yeah, this is
Joseph's
Justin
Okay,
Medeiros.
so wasn't a part of it for several years and was completely out of touch with the scene. Look forward to every week's episode. See, that's what this show is all about, guys. It really is. It's for that guy right there.
That's
and-
cool.
I'll second that.
And Justin's a great guitar player, and I'm actually gonna do drums for his project. So
What up?
He's literally gotten into the scene, like making music again.
Medeiros, everything that we do is for you, buddy.
It is, dude. It is
And
exactly.
He just changed his band name, so I want to shout it out, but I don't remember the new name. Let me find it.
Find it, dude. But really, it's like that makes me feel, just that one guy right there makes me feel like we're doing something right with this show, guys.
Oh yeah.
You know,
this whole genre that we play in, you know, not only are we doing this for ourselves, but we're doing this for people, the few people that actually love and understand what we're doing. You know, it means so much to me to hear from people that you've touched with your music. You know, it's just
because you know they're actually listening.
Yeah,
even if
it's crazy.
You know, we've all done the 15 people in the crowd, you know, and we still play for those people that night, dude. We don't say fuck this, we're not gonna fucking play. No, we're gonna go out and fucking do our set.
Yeah, those 15 people fucking love your shit. That's why they're there.
That's why they're there, dude.
15 people tearing each other's arms off have been some of the best shows ever.
Right.
I saw Ion Dissonance with like 8 people.
Yeah, and you cherish that moment.
That's like
I let
art,
them know. You know,
You
like
cherish
art.
that moment, dude.
They let me scream into the mic, and I was like, my arms were flying off, being the only one in the pit.
Yeah, dude.
That's what's up, dude. And
Mike Gilbert touched me with his music.
physically.
You mean Paul Gilbert?
It's like touching you with his music is just putting his guitar in your butt, dude.
No, but really, also Team Strandberg over there. So Paul has a Strandberg. I see.
I got 2 over here.
In the back,
Yes.
got Strandberg. I'm
Nice.
Wow, look at
If
you
any
guys
of you
all
guys-
holding your Strandberg.
If any of you guys want to like plug in or play a little,
I've got a Koaberg.
little
This is a
thing.
this is a Washburn custom shop
That's
Koaberg.
Jimmy.
That's not a
really
Strandberg.
It's a Strandberg, but Strandberg has always licensed out their USA production. So there were several companies over the years that have done Strandberg guitars in the United States, and for a while it was a Washburn custom shop before they closed.
Yeah.
And this is actually a custom order that I did through the Washburn custom shop, well, through Strandberg, built at the Washburn custom shop. The original neck that I got was unfortunately twisted, so there was more bow on the high side than there was on the low side, unfortunately. So I had to send it back, and this particular neck, bird's eye maple neck, was the last neck that the Washburn custom shop made. So
wow.
they used the last neck out of their shop to make this guitar what it is, and it's phenomenal. I love it.
So when you say Last Neck, did they not make any more guitars after that? You're saying?
No, the Washburn Custom Shop closed, and they had one neck left, the final neck that they had made, and they slapped that neck on this body, and it's phenomenal. Love it, absolutely love it. And it's got Sir Aldrich pickups. It's the first, as far as I know, the first Strandberg that has Sir Aldrich pickups in it, because I actually mailed them to the Washburn shop to put in here. And now a lot of them come with Sir pickups. But yeah, great guitars, love them.
Yeah, I didn't know if I'd like the fan frets, but you really do just kind of naturally have your hands find that fret. I don't know. It's like it's almost more comfortable for something.
Yeah.
When you have the wide chord stretches, I could see where it does impact me a little bit. But as far as like shredding stuff, I think that they're super shreddy guitars, the Strandbergs.
Yeah, they are.
Super fast.
All right. So everyone gets like 20 seconds to play something. Yeah.
All right. If that happens, I'll shut up while everybody does that.
Dude, if you guys want to play some music for us, we're down. You're welcome. You don't have to. Don't feel pressured in any way, but if you want to play,
go.
There's a logistical thing here with the whole routing of inputs and trying to get sound to.
Yeah.
No, I mean you're not going to be able to hear it.
That's why I got the acoustic.
I hear Max. Yeah.
There we go. I can't play as Paul, Max, or Mike, so that's.
I feel like if you have like a practice amp or something, but yeah.
I guess I could plug in. I hear my brother's like such an early bird, you know.
Oh yeah.
No, but I hear him on the phone downstairs, so I could probably make some noise.
Do it.
It's cool, man. No worries.
Well, I do it.
You just go ahead and just play on the guitar. It's fine. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Nice. It sounds cool, man.
Hell yeah.
Great.
What's it like playing those old Death songs again? Like, you ever go back and play the old Death stuff?
What?
You hear me?
Yeah. He's asking about the Death material.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think of some Death stuff I could play.
Flattening of emotions.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so cool. We should get jam at the studio sometime. Get the full half stacks.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Should get this thing as a jam.
You have some amps there, right, Casey?
Yeah, dude. I got a couple half stacks. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Good. A couple PVs and Marshall cabinets and stuff.
Marshall cabinets and stuff.
I've been upgrading, trying to get the better cabs. Oh, is this Max's thing? I was like, where is this?
The mixture of like fretless bass and clean guitars and chorus into chugging guitars, you have to have courage, or just you're not caring about what other bands are doing.
And dude, Malone's parts in that song break my brain, dude.
Yeah, that bass. That's the bass solo moment too.
I fully sit back and just fully engulf it when that happens, dude. And that's the calm before the storm in that song too.
Yeah, before it goes up. Right. Hear that?
Those chords.
That's like the heaviest part. And
oh yeah, dude.
Back to, yeah. Can we play in real time?
I would love to. I would love to hear this right now.
It's all good. Just hearing you play, Paul, is amazing. Oh shit, we got the little jam at one.
Thinking,
like, yeah,
yeah.
I forgot my guitar real fast.
Yeah. So it's like we could start out with this.
Oh yeah. I'm out of tune.
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
Yes, dude.
I'm in drop D, that's why.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I don't know if you can do it it's really StreamYard real time. Like, is it? Because I know with Zoom, like you can't. Like, there's a delay.
What was that?
It's for humor.
That was sick. That was fucking rad.
Oh, snap.
I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that playing from a phone?
No, it's going through my monitors through this mic.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna head down to my studio and get on the drums and see you guys.
How far are you away? You don't have like a home
electronic kit or something?
Electronic kit, yeah. None of that at your house, Casey? Dude, I just said your name, dude. Where are you at, dude?
I got the E-kit here.
All I did was just ask you if you had an E-kit, dude.
I know, I'm just joking. That was a joke. No, I used to have a home kit. I sold it though.
Yeah,
it's
dude. In Daly City, you had a full kit, and you would play.
Mike, what's the Cynic solo you play on
at the
stream?
studio now.
What's that? I usually play I'm About to Wave 2, both the solos.
Oh, sick.
Let's quiet up and let's see
I
this
can
happen,
try.
dude.
Right.
Let's
You know,
do
I
it.
can switch my audio input really quick from my microphone to what I hear if you want me to try that.
Let's do it,
Right.
dude.
Yeah,
So my mic is probably going to be cut off. So you guys are just going to have to nod if it's working.
Okay. All right.
Am I supposed to play?
We heard you, dude. We heard you.
Yeah, we heard you.
He's queuing up the song to play along with the song.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Dude, that was sick.
Oh.
Too sick.
Good
So
Lord,
sick,
dude.
dude.
That was amazing.
It's not
Hell
done
yeah.
yet, though. I know he's got it.
Keep going, dude.
Oh man.
Dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
literally.
Wow.
Yes, so much yes.
Dude, you're fucking ripping, man. Maybe I should just sing and you could come play second guitar. Because you're playing this shit great, man. Fuck.
I told you, dude.
Dude, he's nailed.
Gilbert's the reason why I fell in love with Cynic, and I've always known him to be the #1 fan, dude.
Fucking A. That was
that guy fucking
ripping.
Your mic.
Yeah.
Your mic. Mike, your mic.
Mike, your microphone.
Dude, there's one run in that solo that is crazy sick too. It's like you're doing the string skipping. You're like,
Okay,
hold
my
over
mic,
click.
my mic working?
Yes, it is now.
Okay, Paul, I've literally fantasized for like 30 years playing that for you. So
Dude,
even though,
that
even
was
though,
so good.
even though Basil
Dude,
Hayden
100th
has
episode,
inhibited
we got
me a little
Gilbert
bit.
Yes.
to fucking
Just a little bit of
say
whiskey in
that
a
for you,
podcast,
dude.
and you're
A
good to
little
go.
bit of
Dude. Here we
bourbon.
go.
But
Yes.
yeah.
No,
No,
you're
dude, it was
really.
perfect.
I mean,
Dude.
that was incredible. Like I was just commenting to a friend a couple days ago how, like, because I rarely see people play Cynic songs. You know, it's like it's not the stuff's kind of hard to play. You know, it's just and it's well, it's like, and just to see someone like execute it like well, I'm like, fucking A, that's like so it's nice because it doesn't happen often, you know.
Do you know how many videos, how many bootleg videos, shitty angles and shitty sound I've had to watch, like little just because like one video will have a few bars of what I wanted to figure out how you're actually doing it, you know, like the whole you know, that whole part. You know, way back in the day in the 90s, I used to play it in this position, just
oh yeah.
And then I saw you were playing it like this, right? And there's no point in when you do the position shift back to this at the end of it, there's no reason to do that because you're not actually hitting this note.
Right.
But I do it anyways because that's the way you play it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No,
dude,
it's
literally something about tonight that I wanted to happen was I wanted everybody on and I wanted to party with everybody, but there was one thing that I wanted to happen and it just happened, which is Mike Gilbert and Paul Masvidal on the same time, and just so Mike could show his.
Oh yeah.
I feel very honored.
Yes, dude.
No, really, that's. I mean, I haven't. You're playing it really well. It's like it's very rare to see that. You know,
thanks, buddy.
Extremely rare to see people execute Cynic material, like, because we were so unorthodox, and not that we were prodigious, but we were just that weird. You know what I mean? Like it's like you were saying, there's a lot of quirky things that are just peculiar to our style, and like you're like crushing it, which is insane. So fucking hats off, bro.
Dude, Gilbert's sleeping well tonight.
Keep in mind, this is like what 30 years of worshiping that album and you know, analyzing it and breaking down sections and hearing, you know, I would even like try to model the string squeaks, you know.
Damn, dude.
Just try to get it. But I'm very, you know, if I'm really into something, I want to be able to not play my version of it, but I want to be able to play it exactly how the artist played it and then play my version. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to play it how it was done originally, just to see all the little nuances and everything that
no, that takes a very refined ear. Like, what do you do? Are you a working musician?
Not really, no.
We've done music, but now currently
you know, Severed Savior was semi-pro stuff, so
they toured with Cannonball.
Yeah. I actually sent you an email back when you guys put out an ad or whatever for second guitarist after Timon, I think. And I got a response from your manager, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll pass it on to Paul." And I never heard anything, but
okay.
But hey, you know, I was just, you know, stoked to have that opportunity. You know,
I mean, if I had seen a video of you playing this like this, I wouldn't have even second guessed, because it's right that you're right there. You know,
yo, dude, are we?
I'm just happy to have, you know, you say that it's you know, even close to being on par.
Oh,
so
dude,
that makes it all the work.
Yeah. No, I mean, that song especially, that's not an easy song, you know.
Yeah.
It's
it's such a good song too.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on there. So I mean, dude, that's you're sick. You're really talented. Are you teaching and stuff? Or are you?
Why don't you check out our band, Severed Savior, dude?
I'm gonna check it out, man, for sure.
You're playing that song for kids on Twitch.
Yeah, shameless plug.
Yeah, we'll have to hook up. I'll have to send you a few things, Paul.
Yeah,
we'll hook up later
for sure.
I appreciate you
play that song on your stream, man.
Dude, that was so good, dude. To have like a jam session on this. This is another thing too. It's like, let's go back to the pod. Not trying to take away from that, but I'm just saying, this is something that we didn't know was going to happen. And two great shredders that we all know, Paul and Mike have never met each other, but everybody else knows that these two dudes are monumental in our minds. So that to have this happen on the show tonight is such a great treat, guys.
Dude, the way you were saying when you trail away from something you love and then when it comes back, like to have this be one of those kind of moments of it coming back for all you guys, like that was rad.
Oh, dude, and also Max, let me just talk about you for a little bit. I've always loved your music, and after you coming on our show, you built your Twitch career, dude.
Working on
it, dude. Straight up, like you gained so many more followers than most so quick, dude, because of your abilities, you know.
I'm also a pushy asshole on people's chats.
We're just talking about drive. We were talking about the drive and the work. That's all the drive and the work right there, dude.
When you get older and you're like, I don't have time to be scared to reach out, and like it's just time.
What's your Twitch? What are you doing? Is you playing?
My main thing is like improvising over any track. Like you can come in and request a song and I'll improvise over it.
Yeah, if you tip enough money, he'll
trying to copy that model that a lot of streamers have, where
has anybody like given you like hip hop songs and shit like that?
Yeah. As long as there's a drum, I mean, it doesn't even need a drum beat, but a drum beat helps.
So can we put something on right now? Can you improvise to something real fast for us if you want to? You don't have to.
Sure.
All right.
If I can hear the music.
Selly sell, it's going down the
There's
night.
a way.
That's what I did.
Can you put it on your end, or is it? I think it has to be on your end because
music from me.
Or like I got 5 on it by Loonies, dude. Let's do that.
Anyway, yeah.
I don't know if you will hear my.
I was gonna say anyone who wants to plug it and play. Like that's cool.
Can you hear this or no?
No.
Yeah. I mean,
cat.
My kitty cat.
Hey, kitty.
What's your kitty cat's name?
This is Birdie. Is the
Birdie?
kitty? She's about 6 months old.
Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah. I can hear the guitar. Yes. You just play whatever you want,
And the action is probably about half an inch high on that thing.
This is actually a guitar that my friend found and left in my house like 15 years ago.
Oh, really?
Had a Q-tip for a bridge. And
Q-tip for a bridge.
Cold fingers. Yeah.
Dude, you guys are awesome, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I can honestly say seeing Max play guitar for the first time was just like, what is this guy's problem? What
is his problem?
Because my brother was friends with Max for years before I met him. So when my brother brought him over to play for me, I was like 14 or 15. I was like, why haven't you been showing me this guy for like 7 years, dude? This is really unfair that this guy was that good.
Yeah.
I know, dude. Max is always
play Binary Resurrection, dude.
Have you guys ever heard the Holdsworth song called Diminished Responsibility, where he's playing an acoustic?
Which album is that?
I don't know. Gordon Beck is on piano, but it's one of the rare times you hear him on acoustic, and you should check it out. It sounds like a bunch of hammers slapping on the fretboard. I mean, doing those diminished.
I have the box set. I bought the box set when it came out.
Yeah. Legato is tough.
Was that one?
Yeah, those are.
I was gonna say that's not easy on that.
The professor has it.
It's called The Things You See.
Oh yeah.
In the 80s.
That like is similar kind of to that run that was in that Cynic solo just now too, like the string skipping stuff. Like it's like
Yeah, when you actually start spreading your hands out on the fretboard, and you're like, oh.
Can you hear my guitar?
Yeah, in here.
Like something like that. You were doing a string skipping thing that was really cool, and I was like, damn, that's kind of like the Holdsworth vibe, the string skipping stuff.
Yeah,
there forever
for sure.
Yeah,
Well, Paul, I did notice on that Holdsworth ascending thing. I think that they're talking about that the first string, the highest string, is actually up a fret compared to everything else. Is that correct? Sorry, I'm nerding out on this.
The first string,
high E, on the your solo in I'm Gonna Wave To.
Yeah.
When you go up the high, the when you get to the first string, you're actually going up a fret on the CD, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Right. That's it. All right, carry on. Game on.
Lord, dude.
Game on.
Paul, did you said you had like an amp around at all, or?
I do, but I hear my bro be in the room next door.
Oh
now,
yeah.
so.
Totally, yeah. It's all good.
It's all good, dude.
I'm going
It's
acoustic.
It's like Guitar Center in here.
I know we need some drummers and bass players.
Yeah.
Troy, yeah, if you were at home, you'd have your kit right now. We'd have a full band going, dude.
There's a
AC can bust every instrument.
Wait, was that
I know Casey could play all of it.
Was that the professor playing that? Or was that Max? That was
What?
you? Did
Which
you?
song?
I don't know what's going on. That was crazy. I was just sitting here.
There was somebody shredding on an
Casey
acoustic
busting
mic.
out Maiden songs.
Filling
On
my
guitar.
thumb. Yeah.
Okay, it was Max. I was like, damn.
Thanks, Paul.
I was like, professor played just like Max.
I don't think so.
That was like Joseph mixed with Max. It just happened. It sounded really good.
Jax.
Yeah.
It's that Frankenbali circular picking type of stuff.
Another shredder that we haven't mentioned is Al Di Meola, dude.
Oh,
Gilbert's
best.
another
Passion,
example
Grace, and Fire.
of a band that I'm sure that
Passion, Grace, and
Gilbert
Fire
can
is
play a
insane.
lot of the
First song.
Al Di Meola shit, dude.
Party.
Dude, Passion, Grace, and Fire. Three guys on acoustic guitars and it destroys all death metal.
I'll be back.
Somebody earlier, like an hour ago, had asked me about, or asked in the chat about Intervallo de Tradimento, which was my 3-piece acoustic song on our last album, Servile Insurrection. And that is absolutely an homage to Al Di Meola, Paco de Lucia, and John McLaughlin's Passion, Grace, and Fire album. It's
Awesome.
not a I didn't take any sections from that album, but it was absolutely, as I was writing it and recording it, I was saying to myself, this is me saying, exactly. This is, me saying something or like, if they were doing something right now, possibly it would be something like this,
Yeah.
So it was my personal thank you to them by doing an homage in a 1 minute long intro to another song.
And if you guys half-ass listen to Servile, you wouldn't catch this, but in Acts of Sedition, the solo section in Acts of Sedition is
the same exact thing.
The same exact section from that little what is it? Only like a minute long or something like that.
Yeah.
That's that track.
Well, there's other riffs in that. Part of me personally, I in being inspired by bands like Mr. Bungle and Cynic, I would often write things that were, sometimes I'd write things that started off in a jazz fusion or classical type of riff or section and say to myself, how can I create, or how can I convert this into a death metal setting? And that was absolutely inspired by Mr. Bungle and Cynic and bands like that were so monumental in playing things different ways. You know, you could have a riff that was, you take one riff, and a lot of Severed Savior songs are based around one or two riffs, and the rest of the song is just variations of those riffs, whether it's, you know, starting at a different point in the riff, or playing almost the exact same riff in you know, with the heavy distortion. You know, it's that particular example, Intervale de Tradimento and Acts of Sedition, share a lot of the same riffs, and you have to kind of actually know how to play them to realize that oh shit, this heavy riff is actually the same thing that's in that flamenco song. It's just, you know, it's just in a different key and played with distortion. So
right. And no, it's executed perfectly, dude. And
thank you.
I always enjoy those little like Easter eggs that happen, you know, and I'm glad that I was a part of an album that had a few of those.
There, you know what's a great fucking example of that shit? Paul, you know, sucking on Paul's dick over and over, but Paul, the goddamn in I'm But a Wave 2, the intro chords are the exact same. You know, it took me years before I realized that's the same shit that's going on underneath your solo. You know, those chords, the is the same shit that's going on underneath his solo, the second solo in the song. They're just played with distortion and they're played funky, but it's the same shit. And that, when I realized that blew my mind.
Right.
You know,
those little things that make us come back and oh, there's another layer of this great art that we haven't, you know, figured out yet.
Yeah, it's like, you know, we used to be in the, like, I feel like what I got better at with arrangement was, instead of trying to pack in a bunch of riffs, it was more about like utilizing just a few good ideas and turning them inside out, you know, like you were saying, just like kind of, there's so much you can do if you just have just one good riff, really.
Yeah.
And you can just interpret it so many ways rhythmically, and it's very like, it's a very deceptive way of making music sound, actually very simple ideas sound very complex, you know? So like, that's what Cynic did over the years. It was like more and more just like reduction. It's still complex, but it's like less trying to pack in, more about utilizing a few really good ideas and then just kind of turning them inside out, you know, to make an arrangement, which is kind of fun, you know, because then you realize like all you need is a couple chords, really.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Couple chords and some inspiration via weed or acid or shrooms.
That kind of stuff I think helps you to expand your imagination into taking that original idea and making it into something else. You know, there was many times where I was super baked writing, where I'd say, you know, hey, we already got this sick riff, but hey, if we started on this note instead of the first note, or play it halftime and play it palm muted, or, you know, double timing it, you know, you know, you can take that. There's so many Severed Savior songs that have like a crunchy part, a palm muted, you know, power chord part, and then hey, next time you hear it in the song, if you don't recognize it, it's actually the same thing, just you know, just double timing.
Weed is the one extra member that we don't talk about, guys. It really is.
Yeah.
Weed is always.
Did you guys?
The mother plant ends up infiltrating the rehearsal room.
Did you guys get any influence from that, like J.K. Lee stuff, like that digga digga digga, like Waiting for Darkness, like Ozzy, like the you know, like or even like Bark of the Moon, digga 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 digga, you know.
Right.
He digga 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 digga, you know, kind of did a little bit of that, not like to the degree. Have you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, kind of. You know, it's funny. I always try and wonder where all that double picking stuff came from.
Yeah,
Also, like Watchtower were doing that.
Yeah, Watchtower for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got it, but I'm the next generation. Like I got it from you.
Right.
Dude, check out
I don't know where
Waiting
you
for
got it. I
Darkness,
just got it from
Ozzy.
you, and then some people have gotten it from me. So it's just this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Passing of the baton.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's we're all keeping metal alive, guys, and all the greatest parts of it. We're gonna make sure it goes forward.
We're all influenced by, like, you know, Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, Jakey Lee, Zach Wilde. I mean, Jason Becker, Marty Friedman, of course.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Paul
But then you
Gilbert,
also,
you know,
but
like
what we've already talked about, which is also the Holdsworth, the
and
Al
of
Di
course,
Meola,
yeah,
and
dude.
all this shit is like people don't really realize that
Gambale,
these
dude.
people are also very important in the shaping of technical metal as well.
That's
you know?
true, man.
And if
Like
you're
learning
a
their
fan of
solos.
tech metal and you don't listen to any of those acts as well, you're missing out, because I'm always the type of person that whatever kind of art it is, whether it be TV, film, music, I always like to dig. And like you can take, like, for example, Tim and Eric, they're a crazy comedy duo, and then you go back to Mr. Show. Mr. Show was early 90s HBO sketch comedy, and then you go back even further, and that's Monty Python's Flying Circus, and that's back in the 70s, and you just keep going back and back and back, and you realize that it's all like, just we're all taking,
It's an evolution.
we're taking clay from a bunch of different areas and we're molding our own new thing, but the clay came from something previous to us,
from the mud.
But yeah, it came from the mud. And
I used to say the Rite of Spring, which was 1913, is like the Dillinger escape plan of back then. Igor Stravinsky. If you read about it, there were like riots because of it. Like half the crowd was loving it, the other half of the crowd was like, "This is blasphemous."
That's crazy. Riots over classical music, like back in the day. That's like a crazy thought.
Well, same like Astor Piazzolla from what do you call it? Brazil. Is it Brazil? Where's Piazzolla from? Anyways, you know, he grew up as a tango musician, and he wanted to be a classical composer, and he went to study in Europe under a classical composer teacher, and eventually she said, you know, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm writing and playing music. And she's like, but what do you actually play? And he's like, well, I play tango. And she's like, well, that's what you should be doing. You need to play tango. And he was the first guy to introduce classical elements into tango. And his music is like watching a movie. He paints such amazing pictures. And this guy used to get beaten up by the purists, essentially.
Wow.
You know, people used to get upset that he was desecrating tango. And now you look back at what he was doing, and it was the highest form of art. You know, he was taking tango and expanding it in, you know, and merging it with classical music, and phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal what that guy came up with. And
I got to listen to him again. What is there something you'd recommend?
You know, a lot of the Al Di Meola things that are actual Astor Piazzolla compositions are phenomenal. So there's an album that Al Di Meola did called World Symphonia, Sinfonia, that's all acoustic, and it's got the instrument that Astor Piazzolla played was a bandoneon, which is like an accordion. So he's got an accordion, that instrument, it's Al Di Meola and a nylon string acoustic player and a guy playing the bandoneon accordion, essentially, and they're playing primarily Astor Piazzolla music or compositions.
Cool.
And it's just phenomenal. Some of the heaviest, darkest stuff. I mean, I remember watching a documentary on Piazzolla where somebody described him or his music as, showing every color that you can think of, and his music shows all the flaws in humanity, urine stains and all. And just as a disgusting description.
Plenty of urine stains in my pants right now, dude.
It's a weird description, but when you listen to his music, it fits, because it's like you hear everything in humanity in those compositions, and somehow classical tango inspired music can be heavy too. It was phenomenal.
That's cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
Have you guys heard The Rite of Spring?
Which one?
Yeah.
I was just saying there's some super heavy parts in there. I'm like, this is genty. This is like chunk.
Yeah.
Where the beat's just like dun 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 dun, and it's dissonant chords.
Morbid Angel got really into that shit,
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the riffing in Morbid Angel was very kind of inspired by classic dark, like Stravinsky and classical stuff. Yeah.
And then 8 minutes and 35 seconds or something into the piece, I swear to God, it's Pink Floyd all of a sudden. And you're going, this is 50 years before Pink Floyd. It's gorgeous.
So that's what it is. It's
like gorgeous, just chill part of like a vamp, on like E and A, and
that just that solidifies my theory on we take clay from the past and a little bit of here, a little bit of there, and we're gonna make our own sculpture.
Primordial ooze of music.
Yes. Right, dude. But it's and for guys like underground death metal musicians to have this knowledge, it really is humbling. Really, it makes me feel good that I know guys like you guys, because I'm just a fucking vocalist. I add nothing to your guys' shit. I really don't. But I appreciate all the musicians that I've come across and been able to work with, because I see that you guys do the work, dude. You guys really do the work, and I'm very happy to be a part of this, dude.
But what's funny though is I could say, like, if I lost my hands, God forbid, listening to music is it's an obsession. Like, I'll hear a brand new song that has those chords that I like. It could be synthwave, it could be funk, it could be hip hop, it could even be country. If it has the chords that I like, I have to seek it out, favorite it, put it in my files.
Take my eyes first, dude.
Right.
Take my eyes first. If I'll easily, happily go blind as long as I can still hear you guys.
Is there anybody in this chat that has not thought about, like, if I had to choose between vision and hearing, which would I choose?
The eyes are going.
Good question.
Frequently,
dude.
actually, yeah, frequently.
Take my eyes, dude. I can molest you with my hands, dude.
I mean, there's.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I Beethoven, bro.
Yeah.
Remember
Beethoven lost his ears, dude. Right. By the end of it, he was hearing vibration.
Functional things, like
you're really handicapped without vision. That's the thing.
You can still be very percussive and feel that. So I would say I'm going to lose my hearing. So I'm going to take
that is interesting, dude.
But see, the other stipulation is it from Earth?
But on that note, gentlemen, I have to head out for the night. But I want to say I'm super inspired by all of you. Severed Savior, Cynic, Max, Casey,
Ontogeny. Everyone listen to Ontogeny.
You guys are all phenomenal musicians. Continue to inspire me, and I can't wait to see you guys play more live shows around my area and release new music. do your Twitches. Super inspiring. So thank you for this opportunity and congrats on 100 episodes. Hope to see you guys playing more music soon.
I love you so much, Nate. Thank you so much.
Nate. Love you too, buddy. Really appreciate it.
Peace.
It's awesome.
Rock on, dude.
Nate's a
Dude.
legend.
Yeah,
I'm really, really, really excited about how this episode has turned out. I've been surrounded by some
fantastic.
I mean, we're at 3:30. How much?
3:33. Sorry.
Half of Satan, dude. We're at half of Satan right now.
Yeah, dude.
I have to ask: is Textures going to be a song that's played live?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, we got to play that. You know.
Or you guys are playing the whole album, I assume.
Yeah.
Right?
Are you familiar with Contradictions Collapse, the Meshuggah album, the first one when they were like 19?
Yes.
Is that their first album?
Yeah, they were kids.
Yeah.
It's really
It
insane.
almost sounds like Metallica or something, right?
Yeah, but it's got like fusion chords and like Holdsworthy solos and Metallica and such
Right,
a
it's got
mashup.
the
It's so
Holdsworthy
weird,
solos.
and it
Yeah.
sounds completely different than anything they've done since then. But just that album and like the riffage going on in Textures is everyone needs to know. And I love that Mike's playing Cynic perfectly on his stream, showing other kids.
Yeah,
Dude, I've been showing people Cynic for I'd say it's the mid '90s. Like,
I know, but
you think you know what's up? You got to check this out, and then they become fans. It's just fucking
yeah.
Well, what's sick now is that you're streaming and they're watching you play it spotlessly, and you know,
Is it
come back
Twitch?
to the
Are you
fold.
on Twitch, Mike?
yeah. We all stream on Twitch. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I gotta check it out, man.
Well, dude,
Bro,
I got
he warms up with Cynic
Come on
shit,
over.
and then I'll play some severed shit.
It's not an
dude.
insult. I hate to say it, but I do usually warm up with most of the Focus songs. And I hate to say it as a warm up because they're hard as fuck. So don't get me wrong.
No,
But
that basically
I do-
puts you at that. It shoots you to the top level quick by playing those songs first.
I mean, it makes you warm up quick. Yes.
See, someone in the chat right now, Sebastian Blade. What's up, Sebastian? He's saying, I'm not gonna lie, I learned about Cynic from Mike and Scott.
Boom.
It's awesome to know that we're all carrying the torches for each other.
Shout out Scott
Carstairs. Scott Truck Ramp, they call him. Scott Carstairs.
I've had a lot to drink, man. I'm celebrating 100 episodes, guys.
The shredder from Fallujah.
Yeah, Scott from Fallujah.
Oh,
that's Scott. This person.
He plays some Cynic tunes as
He
well.
plays the second song off Trace and Error.
He knows.
Paul? What's the second song after Nunc Fluens?
There you go.
Space for this?
Yes. He plays it very well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's cool.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
should we wrap this one up, guys, or what?
No.
No,
I don't want it to
Hey,
end.
that's fine. I'm just saying. I'm here for how long?
Anthony's gotta go to bed.
I am not done, guys.
I've been getting up crazy early, man.
Dude. So awesome, man. This is great, dude.
Yeah, this is exactly what I would want it to be.
Paul, it's been an honor.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, KC, maybe you could get me everyone's info.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
So down.
That'd be awesome just to kind of stay connected and stuff.
100%.
Are you guys all in SoCal or no? Anthony, you're in NorCal, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Washington State.
Oh, you're in Washington. Okay.
From San Francisco, but I left.
Right.
Troy's up here with me, and Mike's up here with me. We're all Bay Area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
But dude, you're coming back, Paul. You're coming up to the Bay Area soon, right?
It's like I think if it happens now, it's going to be maybe November.
Okay.
If not January, because I'm in Indonesia all of December.
Well, dude, no matter when you come up to NorCal, I'm here, and I'm gonna make sure that Troy and Gilbert, Mike, we're all gonna hang out, dude.
Oh yeah, we got to do it. That'd be fun.
That would be
awesome.
a plus, a big plus, dude.
Yep.
I'll let you guys
Max,
know.
what are you doing in Washington, bro?
Familiar with family that lived up here, and they moved up here in the
How
90s.
long have you been there, though?
5 or 6 years. It's freaking gorgeous.
Shit. Okay.
It's gorgeous.
So you've already been
I
up
walk
there.
my dog up the street and I can see mountains. I drive downtown, I can see another Mount Rainier. It's kind of
beautiful.
Like
Nothing like it.
Spiritual feeling, living in the city for so long, it's hard to explain until you like uproot out of city.
Right.
Sure.
And
no, that's all good, dude.
my backyard is a forest, and
I was just poking fun, but in reality, it sounds like that's where I want to be too.
a lot of people are flocking this way.
Paul, we'll still be in touch like we have been.
Yeah, man.
And whenever you get up to NorCal, we're gonna party down, dude.
For sure. Yeah. And Casey and I are hanging, so we'll go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's been a good time. It's been. We saw Iron Maiden the other night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. That's another cool thing about this. Let's just bring it back to the pod real quick. That's another cool thing about the pod is you, a legend in our eyes, Paul, and being able to talk to you for as long as we did on the episode and how we've stayed in touch since then.
Cool.
Oh, so cool, dude.
It's friendships are forged, man. You guys forged friendships.
I love it, dude.
Yeah, and I'm very honored to call you my friend, dude. And and Casey as well. I know for a fact that he's honored as well. So, dude, let's just keep this fucking train going, guys.
Oh yeah.
Will Cynic ever tour with Meshuggah again? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I mean,
the reason I bring that up is because it was like one of the only metal shows I ever went to, and I'm wearing a Holdsworth shirt. And they're like, nice shirt, bro. And there's just all these fusion heads together. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
All these different minds. I mean, metal shows are cool. They're great. But I love a little more of like, nerdy theory people that dig into all kinds of music. And the mixture of that show was just so cool. The kind of people that showed up.
The timing's tricky because we're not starting till next year, and they're like probably wrapping this year.
Who knows if they're going to ever tour again?
Yeah, who knows?
Either way, dude.
Yeah.
I'm putting the energy out there, though. I'm putting the energy out there.
Right.
I'm wishing for it.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Like, we're all here. I never thought what am I doing here with you guys? This is freaking awesome.
Either way, get out there and see Meshuggah. Hey, Jedi Grind Murray, go see Meshuggah.
No.
And get out there and go see Cynic when they're on the road, dude, because I'm going to fucking be there. I'm going to fucking be there for sure, dude.
Well, we're definitely going to do Cali, for sure, all that. So
nope.
Of course. Hey, I had so much fun tonight, guys. I really did.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yes,
thank you.
The best way that
honor.
we could celebrate 100 episodes, 2-year anniversary. I couldn't say any more about it, dude.
Yeah,
it really
congratulations, you guys, man.
Yep.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude. Thanks.
Says
Paul.
a lot
And-
about you guys.
And
The consistency.
thank you so much to be a part of it. Yeah, the consistency is where it's at. But thank you so much for you being a part of this, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Mike, Troy, Max, at the
Every
end,
single
dude.
person on this camera right now has been a guest on this episode.
And they've all been important to us, dude. They've all been important. Every single person that you've seen, aside from me and Casey, is super important people to
You guys
us.
have all super important people to us. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it, and we appreciate you guys.
Definitely. Hell yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much, dude. And hey, battleforgecoffee.com, guys. Go get that Mike Hamilton fucking caffeine, bro. Get it. And
another prime example of dedication and perseverance.
Exactly, dude. And endurance.
Endurance. Yes.
Look at
Mike
that.
the Machine Hamilton.
He is, dude. And it was great to start it off with him. But hey, we love all you guys that have been with us this last 2 years. Thank you to everybody that's been in the chat. Please, tell your friends what's going on over here because it's Cali Death Party.
Chat, we love you all.
Every single week, dude. And Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll have merch for you guys soon. You guys saw that new design on the flyer, so you know that ain't just for the flyer. Come on now. Boom.
Oh, cool.
What you got there, Max? What is that?
It's the original design for Anomalous, but we're like,
Shut the fuck up! But that's the original logo.
I drew that one.
Nice.
Wow,
But,
dude.
but then this guy just came through with the OG.
The OG, dude. Much more readable.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Hey, love you guys, dude. I really, really appreciate your time, and I really appreciate having so much fun with you guys tonight. And
I appreciate you too, Anthony.
I appreciate you, Casey, for all the hard work. No, dude. All right, real quick, let's just say, Casey, I do appreciate everything that you've done for this podcast, dude. And this motherfucker, as soon as he gets no, for real, dude.
Dude, seeing you teach kids.
We have done the grind, dude, and we're gonna keep grinding on this thing because it's super fun and it's not stopping. Who's that? Oh, the professor.
Oh, he never came
what's
back.
he watching? What's he watching? Can anybody tell?
He's watching. He's watching Rings of Power. He's watching Rings of Power. That's the stranger. Yeah,
that's Decrepit Bill.
That's the stranger that fucking crashed in the a fucking meteor.
Oh, I thought that was Decrepit Bill.
One of the wizards. There he
That'd
is.
be funny if it was like stepmom porn. All right, love you guys.
See you guys.
Hey, dude, everybody, Paul,
Cheers,
Mike, Troy, Max, thank you for sticking it out with us for the end of this. And
definitely.
Casey, love you to death, dude. And
thank you, Anthony. I like you
missed
too.
Joel a lot tonight, dude. I missed Joel.
Love you all.
And
Joel.
rock on, dude. We'll see you guys next week for 101 episodes.
Thanks
Hell
for having
well,
us.
you dudes. Bye-bye.
Rock on.
Awesome, dude. Right
Cheers.
on. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, sick too. So now I gotta do the outro video, dude.
Oh.